And welcome. Hopefully everything good. Hopefully everything good. Hopefully the mic is good. Everything good, man. Friday night. Not usually streaming, but we here. We trying to stay consistent, man. We just popping it, man. Hopefully y'all enjoying your Friday night. We here. We made it. We made it, y'all. We made it. Friday, Friday. We made it through another week. We gonna get through tonight. God willing, we're gonna get up tomorrow. We're gonna keep going, man. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully everybody enjoying the weekend. We're gonna go live because out there, man, we got some stuff to react to or just to pop it. Also got what's this going on? Game two, the NBA finals, man. And my show is not called the nightcap. My show is called it's just Doc TV, the channel. We just popping it tonight, man. But hopefully we get in a chat, man. You get in a chat, hit that like button on the way in, man. Yeah, let's get to the nightcap, man. Hopefully we're gonna go in and out with this, see how the game went. But this is what I got so far. Um, hopefully y'all tapped in, was able to lock in and see that. But just for now, uh the Knicks are up 2-0, man. 2-0. The series is up. Excuse me. The Knicks are leading the series of the NBA Finals over the San Antonio Spurs. You have the Knicks, a storied franchise, man. First of all, let me just get out. Let me get out my character. Go Knicks for this. You know what I'm saying? Hey, San Antonio gonna have their chance. It's gonna be a grip. Man, I said Knicks in 5. I'm gonna stand on it. You know what I'm saying? Let me get out my character. So let's go, man. It's 105, 104, man. Wemby missed a shot at the end to probably win it. I want to say. Let me see. We're gonna get to everything. We're gonna get to everything, man. When y'all lock in, man, hit that like button on the way in, man. If you want to sub up, man. We're gonna get into it, man. Okay, Carl Anthony Towns finding his inner dog, 21. You know what I'm saying? Victor, 29. You know what I'm saying? Carl Anthony, 13 rebounds. He's doing a great job defensively on the Wemby. You know what I'm saying? Michael Bridges, 6 assists, but where does this shooting come from? It was crazy. I was like, okay. And De'Aaron Fox, man, I don't. What do you have? What do you have tonight? He's averaging 18 on the season. Tonight, De'Aaron Fox had there he is. Okay, 8 for 12, 2 for 3 point. Let's see what his plus minus was, man. He's making a lot of money. +2, okay, while he was on the court. All right, man. Hopefully y'all in. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? When y'all in the chat, man, say hello, man. It's Friday night, man. How y'all feel about the Knicks being up 2-0? How y'all feel about the Knicks being up 2-0? Tap in, tap in. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully everybody made it through the week. Everybody's doing all right. If not, regroup, you know what I'm saying? Think about things. Take time, patience, and what you're doing, you know what I'm saying, to get everything right. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully everything will start pushing in the right direction, if that's the case. Hopefully that's not the case and you just up Friday night turning up, you know what I'm saying? Per they say. And yeah, tap in on the chat, say what up. But per they say, turning up and all that, watching the NBA finals, you know what I'm saying? Ate a good meal, all that, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, yeah. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it so far. The NBA finals, because that's what we're gonna start with. There's a lot of stuff we could talk about though, but we're gonna try to get to some of this stuff. Let me just get set up here, y'all. Hit that like on the way in. Hopefully, y'all enjoying y'all Friday, man. You know what I'm saying? My team is the Lakers. We out of here. You know what I'm saying? Not only a diehard Kobe fan, but I'm a Laker fan. You know what I'm saying? Uh, we're out of there. But I could tell you my history later about the Knicks and me. But New York Knicks, they're gonna be my team. For the finals, I picked Knicks in 5. You know what I'm saying? And I have reasons. What did y'all have? What did y'all have? Because I might be wrong. I might be wrong. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? All right, got that set up. Boom, boom. Got that set up. All right, man. Hopefully y'all enjoying y'all Friday night, man, with y'all peoples or yourself or however you enjoy, man. Hopefully you enjoying it, tapping in, man. Let somebody know, tap in. Let's react to some of this stuff together. But yeah, man, if this is your first time to the channel, man, please, like, hype. We gonna get into it. Here we go. There we go. Hold on, y'all, man. Hopefully y'all enjoying y'all Friday night. All right, I think we good. Good, man. Say what up in the chat, man. If y'all in there, man, hit that like on the way in. Yeah, let's rock though. See if I know how to rock. Shout out all them, Ocho Cinco, all them.
What a game, but the Knicks prevail by one. At the end of the day, Joe, the turnovers did them in again. And we talked about this in the last series, and it almost cost them, but it cost them really big in this last game, right? In game two. They could have played for overtime, maybe one in the regulation, but they turned it over, foul Jalen Brunson. He makes 1 or 2, and they win 105-104.
All right, that might be a little bit too fast, for your boy, or for the fan. Okay, so like you said, man, close game. Let's see what the consensus gonna be. What's up, huh?
Y'all know who I am. I'm your favorite uncle. There's some my partners and co-hosts. Number one, he's the Liberty City legend, the
Doc TV.
honoree.
It's
He's
your
a former Pro Bowler and an All-Pro. He's the route runner extraordinaire. That is Chad Ocho Cinco Johnson. And the third member of the Big Three, a smooth shooting guard from the University of Arkansas, Little Rock, Arkansas native, clutch bucket getter. Y'all know him, 7-time NBA All-Star from the Atlanta Hawks. That is ISO Joe Johnson. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you hit the like button and go subscribe to the Nightcap Podcast feed wherever you get your podcast from. We would like to thank you, each and every one of you, for your support and your continued support, because you make this worthwhile.
Oh yeah, do all that.
You get a stop, and then you go and you turn. I mean, Wimby, what are you thinking? The guy's running ahead, and you pass it to him?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Joe.
Hey, for me, Uncle Ocho, the Spurs.
Hey, I want to say shout out to them. I like their dynamic always. What they do on this pod, you know what I'm saying? I don't catch it all the time, but if I want to catch a sports breakdown, Shannon Sharp be going through his stuff. Good to support him. Ocho Cinco, somebody did good financially for himself down the road. Per he says, but good for him, if he took care of his NFL money, and hopefully ISO Joe's doing the same. I know he's doing the big three thing. Shout out to all them, in their own right.
Look very inexperienced. Yes. They look very inexperienced. I call them the YNs versus the Knicks, who are the OGs, bro.
Yes, it's exactly that. They're very experienced, because they're just getting here. Wemby's first time in the playoffs. He's getting his time to see team to the NBA Finals. Sound familiar, like Luka and all. I don't know if it's Luka's first time. I forget, but his first time in the playoffs. I just knew the youth was going to hit him. Now let's see what happens when they go to Madison Square Garden, because they shouldn't be down 2-0, but here they are.
The Knicks, they understand what it takes. They're playing great basketball. They're playing together. They playing solid defense, and they making it tough on Wemby, bro. I know he had a 29 and 9 tonight, but for the most part, they making it tough. And if you can cut out some of them other guys around him, I think they've done a great job at that. But the Spurs were up 13. They were up double figures again in game 2. And the Knicks stay resilient, bro. They stay locked in, and they're able to fight back in the game and get back in it. And just when you thought it looked bliss, for the Knicks, that they were going to pull away from this thing because they got up they got up a nice lead in that fourth quarter. The Spurs come fighting back, and you thinking, I know I was thinking that they was going to have a chance to win the game, which they did, but that inexperience, bro, I just think the Spurs don't have a rhyme or reason to what it is they're trying to do offensively, because you put Wemby in these predicaments to where he's shooting these 17, 18-foot jump shots, man, that shit ain't going to win no games, bro.
Hey.
They ain't going to win no games. If I'm the Knicks, I'm happy he's shooting these contested jump shots, because that's what we want, Uncle Ocho. We're not gonna let that man get in here and get close enough to the basket where he can just, no sir. So give the credit, give Knicks the credit. They've been playing great all playoffs.
The thing is, though, they're not gonna stop it though. They're not gonna stop it too much. You know what I'm saying? But I think they're gonna live with that. The Knicks is fine with that. They just need to keep running, keep playing big on them. Contesting the shot, like they said. He gonna get tired. He gonna get frustrated. will that maturity hold up?
And tonight was carbon copy, bro. Defensively, they so locked in and they play together. You really don't know who's gonna beat you. Brunson hadn't played great in neither one of these games, fellas. But
He
he's
didn't play
managed
good
to
today.
still put his stamp on the game and obviously be a closer. But just a bad turnover by Wemby right there at the end, bro. And it really cost you the game.
Did, but I'm not so sure. Okay, I get it. Because, game one last time against the Thunder, they got the rebound and they didn't call a timeout. And he let Wemby walked into a three. In this situation, I'm calling a timeout because, like you said, Joe, this is a young, inexperienced team. And in this situation, De'Aaron Fox is going to take the last shot. De'Aaron Fox had already got by Bridges. He got by him and threw it back out to Wemby. Why would I do that?
Bridges.
Why would I'm right there at the basket? Why would I throw the ball back this way?
BB Bridges. Bridges was, what was the shooting, man? He was, first of all, he's a very capable player, and he gets paid to play. He shows up. He hasn't missed a game in for however long, but we got 41 minutes. Mr. Iron Man, 20 points, 8 for 13, 4 for 6 for the 3. Ooh, let me see if this is plus minus on this jet bad boy. Plus 7. Karl-Anthony Towns plus 11. Jalen Brunson minus 10 on the plus minus. Didn't play well at all.
No. Fox had already gotten by Bridges. He's cat quick. He had him on the perimeter. No, and I know more. I know De'Aaron Fox. I've seen him make these floaters. I've seen him make these baskets time and time again. Look, I'm not a coach, but I think in this situation, I think Miss Johnson tried to do too much. It's okay if Wemby don't take the last game-winning shot for you. It is okay.
There you go.
Sometimes we get caught up in Ocho. We feel we got to give that guy that opportunity. Yes. You don't. Mm-hmm. You don't have to. Especially in the situation because he got to go into it in the fourth quarter. You see him hit that three. Yeah. You see him start getting into the lane. He started using that quickness. I disagree with that. Wemby, that was a horrible, horrible turnover. I don't know why would you pass it ahead. Tell me why would you pass it ahead. I just want to know that. I just want to know your rationale. I would love to hear his comments once he gets to the podium.
It's been a lot of problems with this passing it ahead. I forget the other game, but I definitely remember that Duke game when the Boozer twins passed it ahead for no reason.
Why would he pass it ahead? He was not getting pressure. You got all this time on the clock. What is the rush? What is the rush?
And when you look at it, Castle had really just came back in the game. He had been sitting out for quite some time. You know what I mean? I know Castle was probably thinking, let me just get over here to the corner. And why not just keep the ball in Fox's hands or Harper's hands? Y'all run the pick and roll. Wemby will get a shot off the pick and roll hell if you run it right. If you run it with some thrust, if you run it with some effort like they had been doing to get him easy looks. But to just put him in ice, just to put Wemby in isolation situations, fellas, he's just not ready for that right now. I'm just gonna keep it real. I think this Knicks team is prepared for whatever the Spurs try to throw at them, and they are prepared to guard Wemby, bro. They're gonna be hella physical with him, and we're gonna live with him taking 17 to 18-foot jump shots. That's not gonna beat the Knicks, bro.
Oh no.
Well, I'm not one to actually say I told you so, but Uncle Joe, for the rest of the chat, I told you so. Listen, the Knicks, Brunson didn't really have a good game tonight. If you look at his numbers, he was 7 for 25. He had 20 points, but when it mattered most, he had certain shots that he needed to hit. As far as the Knicks and playing defense on Wemby, the scouting report on how to play Wemby is out, despite him being an alien, despite him being as good as he is, being aggressive, trying to do everything you can to frustrate him, not let him inside the paint, not let him inside the block, allowing him to play with his back to the basket, but forcing him to take those shots, like you said tonight. And for Wemby, for the Spurs, they have to minimize their mistakes, especially in these moments. Because when you play a game like this, when you're playing in the final, when you're playing anything where it's a final, the end of something, you have to minimize your mistakes, and you have to be great in moments. It's all about the moments. And I'm not saying that I don't want to use an excuse that, well, they're too young. I mean, they understand the moment and the time that they're in. It is a final, and the head coach knows that in these moments you have to go to your big gun, and your big gun is Wemby. That's what we've all.
Big gun is Wemby. They just have so many young, talented characters on that squad. They got good coaching, good organization. They're gonna be around, but they time.
So he's something we haven't seen before. Therefore, when it comes to those big moments, that's who you want the ball. You want the ball in his hands during those times. So maybe he's overthinking it a little bit, and the coach overthinking it. The team isn't playing as freely as they should in specific moments when Fox shouldn't be kicking it back out.
Barbara Simmons, what it do?
Without having to think twice.
Yeah.
But
I mean, for him to do what he did, that play had to be called for Wemby, Joe.
Absolutely.
There's no,
what you talking about? You talking about that clear out just then? Toward the end of the game?
When Fox had it, he had beat Bridges and turned around and passed it back out to Wemby. Yeah. That play had to be drawn up for Wemby. It had to be.
Bro.
But again, turnovers. We saw Castle early in the fourth quarter turn the ball over. They're trying to go. A lot of times they're trying to go, listen, OG is their best defender. And they try to go, and Harper goes at him, get it blocked. Castle goes at him, get it blocked. Bro, it's okay. I thought a lot too, Joe, in the fourth quarter, they started playing hero ball. A lot of Wemby started taking and what I noticed with Wemby, when Wemby gets tired, he tries to do a lot of just touching the ball and put it in. He won't grab it. He had Landry Shamet. They throw it over the top, and he tries to tap it into the basket. Just grab it and dunk it. But I noticed that when he gets tired, he does a lot of that.
Yeah.
I also noticed when they got that lead, all of a sudden, it's like, I ain't running no plays. Let me try to get it back. Okay, you try to get it back. Okay, you try to get it back. And the Knicks run what they run. They don't get, like you said, Joe, again, they got a double-digit lead, and here go the Knicks. Knicks said, hey, we know y'all young. We know y'all gonna start feeling good about yourselves, and y'all will start turning the ball over.
We got JD in the chat. We got JD in the chat.
Turnovers. They've got
JD in the chat. What he got to say? Some
Python,
Capricorn. Let's see. Knicks are winning because Mike Brown stopped wearing them stupid looking suits. Go Knicks. Shout out, man. Go Knicks. It's not your team.
Next thing you know, Bridges get a couple wide open threes. Now he got to go in here. You look up, he got 20 points.
Real brief though. Go check his YouTube channel out, man. Real brief though. And JD out the way. You know, JD OTW. You know what I'm saying? On your YouTube. So,
and the Spurs just not getting enough from
quiet,
bench, bro. You have to rely so much.
Wait, let's see what he's talking about with the bench.
Just grab it and dunk it. But I noticed that when he gets tired, he does a lot of that.
Yeah.
I also noticed when they got that lead, all of a sudden, it's like, I ain't running no plays. Let me try to get it back. Okay, you try to get it back. Okay, you try to get it back. And the Knicks run what they run. They don't get, like you said, Joe, again, they got a double-digit lead, and here go the Knicks. Knicks said, hey, we know y'all young. We know y'all gonna start feeling good about yourselves, and y'all will start turning the ball over. And right on cue. They've got to cut down on these turnovers. They've got to.
They do. I agree. Yeah, and because when you look at it, it was for the longest.
Hey, chat, where the majority of the turnovers on the Spurs coming from? Yeah, man, it's a gift and a curse. It's a gift and a curse, man. Your boy Castle, you want some fine tuning to do.
Josh Hart, he had a donut tonight, but when you look at Bridges, he had a donut for the majority part of the game until the end of that second quarter, and then you start to get these turnovers from the Spurs. Now, next thing you know, Bridges get a couple wide open threes. Now he got to go in here. You look up, he got 20 points.
0 for 4 and 0 for 2.
You know what I mean? At an efficient rate, 8 for 13. Now they got 3 guys scoring a dub. Plus you got OG with 17, and then you get 28 points, 29 points off your bench. And the Spurs just not getting enough from their bench, bro. You have to rely so much for Harper.
And Jason Hart didn't have a good one either.
Pastor Mark gets 5 minutes and he gets his cardio in. Luke Cornett comes in and does what he does. It doesn't look like they're really confident in Keldon Johnson or Carter Bryant because they're playing fewer and fewer minutes. And the bench is getting smaller and smaller. But Castle commits too many dumb fouls early. Joe,
you fouling too?
You fouling in the backcourt. The man,
you fouling in the backcourt too? Oh, the backcourt too? No, say it ain't so. You foul in the backcourt and you turn it over? You foul in the backcourt and you turn it over? Castle? No. Young cats. It happens. Let's go.
Beat from the basket. So many of those plays are just you look. I understand, and Joe, you talk about it all the time. I don't want to take his aggressiveness away, but but he doesn't do me any good. He's on the bench for 8 minutes of the second quarter into the half. It doesn't do me any good. I got to take him out in the first quarter because he picks up 2 fouls. So now he's not in a rhythm to begin with, and he comes in the second quarter and he picks up a foolish foul. So now he's got to go to the rest of the half. He's got to go to the bench.
Yeah, and hey, Uncle Joe, remember that was last series. I asked about that. How do you coach him? How do you slow him down? You know, and getting him to play with controlled aggression. But he's just playing with aggression.
Controlled aggression.
So you wouldn't pick up those early fouls. How do you coach him and talk to him to make sure you don't take that edge that he has away from him in his game, but also get him to understand you're costing us because you're costing us having to go to the bench.
Yes,
be out there and doing what you do best, playing on both sides of the court. And I mean, it hurts them. It hurts the team.
It does, man. It does. I think the Spurs have to figure out a way how they can get some type of rhyme or reason with their offense. And I ain't talking about just clear outs and isolations because obviously it's not working. The Knicks are playing pretty good defense.
Yes.
You have to look at the Knicks
darn good
defense. And they throw it to the top. They send back picks. They send down screens. they making you guard. And hell, they probably gonna use up a lot of the shot clock until they get a great shot. The Spurs are not like that. It's one pass shot, maybe two pass shot, clear out. Let me go at my man, and that's just the signs of a young
Shannon,
team.
I'm tired.
You can call it what you want.
Tired.
The Knicks are very experienced. They've been there before.
Look at Look at Look at He tired. He tired, y'all. It's fine about being tired. I'll be tired too, man. You can't never get enough rest. When you get being an adult, you need to have 8 to 10 hours. 8 to 10 hours. We don't get that. You know what I'm saying? So we can't do it. Try to get 6. Try to get 5. Try to get it consistent. Try to settle down before you go to sleep. Them types of things, man. Is grinding, Yeah, congrats to the Knicks for sure, Francis. For sure. That was a must-win game for the Spurs. Man, you know what, bro? Or bro, sis, fam, whoever. I don't think the series is over. I say Knicks in 5. When Wemby was crying and all that, I said Knicks in 5. But they just have so much rest. They haven't lost in a little while. They've been playing good. They've been sweeping cats. Just momentum going, even if it's slowing down. Man, I said I'm going with the Knicks, even if it's not going, with them. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, that's the immature. That is a must-win game for the Spurs, and I think that's the immaturity level. And I think that was going to get them. I really believe, yes, Wemby's the best player on the court, and in the playoffs, and probably should have been the MVP, that type of thing. But he's on the floor. He's one of the final people here. But he's the best player on the court. Is he on the best team? I think so. But the best playing team, the best coach team, the best, how the bench plays, the fans, all this stuff, the rest, when the minutes go up, when the defense gets annoying, it's we're gonna see how if the tempo change when we get to the Garden. When I say when the series go back to the Garden, shout out the Lakers, the real world champ.
For the most part, I feel like they understand and they know what it takes to win, bro. They're playing great winning basketball, and give Cat all the credit in the world, bro. He is not selling. He is outworking Wemby. Outworking Wemby, bro. He outworking him. He out hustling him. He just outworking him flat out.
Hey. And there was a play, I think it was the second quarter, with the ball. I mean, they went round the horn about 6 times, and then Bridges hit a corner 3 as time runs out.
Corner 3.
There's a better shot to be had than the one I can take right now, and they just keep moving. It's like hot potato.
Spurs have to go 4-1, 4-0 win the series.
In the lane. Nah, that
in my opinion.
Hey, pass it to him. He runs.
Spurs have to go 4-1.
That is mature basketball. That is winning basketball. And I think sometimes, as you mentioned, Joe, I think the Spurs do play. Sometimes they try to play hero ball.
No, what do you mean?
Castle, and it's like
4-1, 4. Oh, I got you. Because they'll have been
playing this way to get these double-digit leads early in
the
ball game.
2 wins already.
The basketball,
okay,
and then somehow they start turning it over.
6.
Knicks get out in transition
or 5.
Bucket, or they start to foul. They send them to the free throw line, and again they miss
6 or 7. Tonight, my bad.
Eventually, the further you go in any sport, whatever your weakness is, it gets exacerbated. We know the Spurs being young, they're going to turn the ball over. You just hope they don't come at crucial times. And what happened tonight? When you least needed a turnover, Wemby turns it over. Why would Wemby pass the ball ahead? Castle is not even looking at you.
Yeah.
He's not saying, give me the ball. You just arbitrarily just throw it ahead. Why?
Yeah.
And then you make a horrible play, you foul Brunson.
Yeah.
Play defense. You don't got to foul. Just play defense.
I mean, fellas, when you look at it, if you look at the Minnesota series that the Spurs played in, they wasn't at full strength. They wasn't healthy. You look at who they played before that.
Thunder. They played Portland, and then they played Thunder.
The Thunder wasn't fully healthy. This damn Knicks team healthy, man. And they have a plethora of guys who've been playing well all playoffs long, bro. They giving the Spurs hell. And I'm talking about they doing it in San Antonio. I think that's the most disheartening thing when I'm watching. They beat them boys at the crib. I'm talking about beating them at their own game, just outworking them, bro. They want it. If you ask me, it seems like the Knicks want it more.
Hey, Joe, and listen to me. That's the problem with y'all. Y'all old folk. Y'all don't listen. I told you before the series started what would happen. I said Knicks in 6. I didn't know. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you, Joe. I really thought, San Antonio being able to play the second game at home, they would win tonight. This makes it that much more difficult. Them boys ain't
damn right.
I don't see us, me personally, Joe. I don't see a scenario they come back and play another game in San Antonio.
You saying they finna get swept?
I don't see how.
Hey, Joe, what you clean your house with when you got dust on the floor? Huh? A broom.
A broom?
Huh? I told you.
Nah,
New York,
I told
you, New York City will be flipped upside down.
It's gonna be a gentleman's sweep or a regular sweep, whichever way.
Keep coming up out that water. I'm telling you, y'all don't listen to me.
Hey, listen, Ocho, the Knicks playing great ball, bro. I'm gonna give them that. I mean, everybody who comes in the game for them are contributing, at a high rate. I mean, everybody, bro, from McBride to Shaman. I mean, Shaman's still hot. He making timely threes, knocking down shots for a guy who was on the training camp, on the training camp squad. They didn't even know he was gonna have a guaranteed contract to be playing these type of minutes in the finals, bro.
And he balling, gonna get paid, man. But he gonna lose.
It's great for him. I mean, he's been amazing for the Knicks, bro. Another shot maker, a guy who you gotta honor. It gives room for guys like Brunson to be able to, break cats down and be able to make plays. But for me, man, it's Cat, bro. It's Karl Anthony Towns.
21 points, 13 rebounds, 4 assists tonight. 18 points, 12 rebounds, 4 assists. He's shooting 56, 43, 100. 56% from the floor, 43% from the three, and he's shooting.
Killing the game. Oh, my bad, y'all.
100% from the free throw line. He's been outstanding. He's taking the challenge to defend defend Wemby. He's punishing Wemby, and that's why you see Wemby tonight. Because what Cat did in game one, put the ball on the floor going around him. Now he has Wemby apprehensive about running out there. He's going out there with his hand down. What's he doing? Draining the three.
Knocking it down. Yeah.
You see what he did?
Yeah.
He planted that seed.
Yeah.
You come out here already with your hand up if you want to. I'm going to go around you. And that's what he's doing.
Yeah.
He gets a smaller guy on him. They get a cross switch. He's punishing whoever it is.
Yeah.
If it's Vassell, if it's Champagne, if it's Harper, it does not matter. If it's Castle, he's punishing him.
And shout out to Harper. I don't know about his defense, but the skill set, bro, since Rutgers, play for Rutgers, Ace Bailey, it was just like he a dog, man. He about to get his money. He about to get rookie money though, but he's a better of the brothers. Sometimes the ball fall out, but he just something about just a lefty. Number 2. San Antonio. I don't even like San Antonio like that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Harper.
He is not selling. He is not selling.
He's not, bro. He's not.
And that's what we knew he had it in him. He just showed. He's showing you right now that, man, when I don't settle, yeah, we know you can shoot the ball, Cat. But this is the best version of Cat. A guy that's playing because Cat didn't want to play no defense. Cat rarely played defense.
He's working.
He's making Wemby work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What's up?
Wemby, talk about Wemby. I'm talking about Cat understand, huh? Cat understand what's that state. Well, we come out of here with 2 games on Nate court, and they got to come to the Garden. Man, stop playing, man.
Stop playing.
It makes the game that much easier. You know how much of advantage we have. You have home court advantage. You got that crowd behind you.
Yep.
Come on, man.
Yeah. But you got to look at when you look at Cat, bro. You got to look at the challenge. He's starting off on Wemby. Okay, Ocho. I mean, I didn't see that. I didn't see that to start off. He's done it in both games, and hell, he's been great. I think his defense, him being assertive on defense, taking that challenge, it's kind of got him going offensively as well. You know what I mean? Because I'm talking about when the rebounds go up, he out hustling Wemby on the rebounds, getting extra possessions with his tip backs, layups, kick out for threes. He's just doing a lot for this Knicks team, bro. I'm talking about a lot.
And even if he doesn't get the rebound, he's doing a good job of keeping Wemby from getting the rebound. And you saw it in the Thunder because the first game the Thunder let him roam around. He got 24 rebounds. Now he got his rebounds, but I thought they did a great job. I think the Knicks are doing an unbelievable job of finding Wemby and everybody putting a body on. It does not matter who it is. Yeah, the majority of the time.
And a body on them. I'm talking about when you say body, you know what I'm saying? Like get that weight on. Oh, so I'm saying like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you got the ball, okay? Yeah. You got the ball, okay. Take some of that, you know what I'm saying? Some of that visceral fat on you. You know what I'm saying? Take some of that. You know what I'm saying? That. Oh, okay. Your little bony shoulder. All right. There goes some meaty elbow right there. Pause. You know what I'm saying? Or shoulder. You know what I'm saying? Take your bony elbow out of there. You know what I'm saying? Wemby is talented as out of the world. You know what I'm saying? Generational talent, all that. You know what I'm saying? He just super duper young, super duper. He's it. But it's too soon, man. It's too soon. We're gonna put next rested. They're gonna put this weight room on you. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's the first. And first of all, shout out to Nicholas Puckett. But let's see what your first title in 53 years for the Knicks. Is it so? Is it so? You know what I'm saying? Thank God I don't live in New York. Because that's gonna be crazy. I just remember as a kid coming up, growing up in Inglewood, watching the Lakers, starting to watch the Lakers, you know what I'm saying? And that's when like Magic was playing and all that. You talking about early 90s and going into Nick Van Exel and just the forum days and into the 2000s and all that. I remember them days. But I also remember the Knicks couldn't get past Jordan. So one year they couldn't get past Reggie Miller. It's just like something. Jordan just comes back. It's just Patrick Ewing couldn't get over the hump. You just wanted LJ to get it. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, Latrell Sprewell, he was choking out. Carmelo came, start balling. Allen Houston, clean cut, balling. Man, ran into Houston. And in the San Antonio the last time. That's in 99, in 94, And like my guy Nicholas said, it might be the first one in 53 years because it's but I say Knicks in 5, you know what I'm saying? Knicks in 5. Hit that like, y'all, and if y'all in here, appreciate y'all rocking with me, man. You know what I'm saying?
Is Cat because Cat is defending him. But when they get the switches, other guys are doing a great job of putting OG will put about on him. Mikal Bridges will put about him. Hart, it does not matter. And that's a well-coached team. They understand the task at hand. Look, when they got that first game, they probably had a conversation, man, let's go ahead and be greedy. I ain't trying to come back to San Antonio. There ain't really nothing here for me. Ain't like we're in Miami. Ain't like we're in LA. It's not like we're in Vegas. We got ish to do. Right. Let's go ahead get greedy. Let's take sweepstakes. And
sweepstakes.
The next game is Monday. The following game is Wednesday. Hey, hell, let's go out in the city on Wednesday night if we win the championship. That's how I would be thinking.
And you know what? When you think about it too, in this series, Jalen Brunson, the first 2 games, he really had a great game. No. I know you look at it, but you look at how many shots he's had to take to get the numbers that he does have. OG has been consistent. Cat, right now, if this was the final tonight, the final game, Cat is winning MVP.
Absolutely.
He's probably still going to win.
How he's playing. OG has been consistent. We still haven't had one of those games from Josh Hart yet, where he give you 16, 18, sometimes 21. We ain't even had that yet. So one of those games is coming, and they're probably going to be back at home.
He got in foul trouble early.
He hadn't had off of the spurt because of what he's doing defensively. And so many other things on the court that don't show up in the stat sheet. He's been special. Jalen Brunson is still going to have one of those games. They're going to come.
Hey, it's going to be hard for him, Joe.
He needed that. He got one game one, though.
Defenders. Castle making it extremely hard. Vassell can defend at an elite level. Harper is not the defender that those 2 guys are, but he's a big body. He does a great job of bodying him, using his lower body. I think. Look, Jalen, that shot.
Man, let's just address this real quick. Nick. Let's see. I'm gonna read this off. Laker fan here in Dallas for sure. But if the Knicks fans think this is the greatest playoff team ever, they sick in their head for sure. 2001 Lakers, in my opinion. Cat, barbecue, Shaq, Kobe, rest in peace. Yeah, rest in peace, Beam. No one the Knicks can see him. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that work ethic and stuff. I think, if it's working out or something, you know what I'm saying? I think maybe like Josh Hart. He too goofy and all that. He sometimes pause with it and all that, but he actually has a good work ethic. You know what I'm saying? I think he's straightening up, but ain't ain't. You know what I'm saying? I ain't nothing to touch Kobe. I'm sorry, I don't even know what I'm talking about. Nothing touching Kobe. This team versus I don't know who's comparing the. Just trying to say, okay, let me just read this for clarity again, because I'm talking about do y'all read stuff where y'all skim through it? Let me see. Lakers fan here in Dallas. Lakers fan here in Dallas. But if Knicks fans think this is the greatest playoff team ever, they sick in the head. 2001 Lakers, in my humble opinion, Cat Barbecue for Shaq. Kobe, Rip. No one on the Knicks can see him. I'm agreeing. I'm thinking we on the same same trajectory here. So yeah. I just there's no comparison, but shout out to the Knicks right now, man. They doing their thing. I just think this is a I thought this game was gonna be dangerous. These are dangerous waters they coming in right now. You know what I'm saying? Coming up to the game 3, up 2-0, coming home to the crib, gonna be chilling.
Brunson hit the tie the game up. That's a tough ass shot.
Man.
Hey coach, I can't play it any better than what I played.
Yeah, you're right.
I can't play it any better.
You can't, bro. You can't. And that's why, even though he hasn't played great, he's made timely shots down the stretch. He's been huge down the stretch, whether it's making shots, obviously, getting to the foul line, making free throws. Man,
he hasn't played great, but when he's needed to be great, he's been bad. That fourth quarter, game 1, the big shot. They put the ball in his hand. He tied it up because he missed that. Who knows? They get the rebound. Maybe they go down, make a 3. Maybe they go up, get a 2. Maybe it's a 2-possession game.
Yeah.
But now, we tied up.
Yeah.
We tied up, and in that situation, I still don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna need to hear Wemby, and hopefully before we go off the air, we can hear what he was thinking when he passed the ball ahead because the guy wasn't even looking.
He probably gonna take ownership and say it's bad. He know that was a bad pass. But man, we got to get a refs credit because they holding their whistle. They let them boys play. Hey, when you talking about being handsy, you don't really see that. Man, this 80s, 90s basketball, Ocho, the way them guys out there, they let them play defense on the perimeter, touch, do a little holding. It's physical, bro. So
touch, pause,
I think they've done a great job in bottling Brunson up throughout the entire game, making it tough on him. Hell, he's having to take tough shots. He's having to make tough shots. I think they've done a great job on him. I just think these other guys around in the Bridges, OG, Cat,
Knicks in 5.
Huge in these first
Knicks
2 games.
in 5.
Guard to have 20, 5, 5, and 5. 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 5 steals. Rajon Rondo, Allen Iverson, Michael Jordan. Tonight, Jalen Brunson joined that group. And that's what you have to have, guys. That's what, every time, it would like to be a situation. I think I read in the stat where Michael Jordan scored at least 20 points. Did he score 20 points in all 35 of his finals games? Something like that.
Did he? Oh, he probably did.
Something like that, Joe. No, Joe. But
no joke.
It's when, I'm not at my best. Can my teammates be at their best?
Right.
Or can they be better? And you look at what Cat has been giving you these 2 games. You look at Josh Hart he didn't give you the points the first game, but he gave you an overall outstanding game with the rebounds, the assists, the steals. You look at OG. Yeah. OG has been sensational, playing both ends of the court. Doesn't take a whole lot of shots, but he makes the shots that he makes those count. Cat has been phenomenal. This is the Cat. But I get it though, Joe, because once you get a taste of that scoring bug in your mouth, boy, it's hard.
Cat has been phenomenal. I don't know if I'm ready to unleash, say, Cat that turned into the dog, but he has dog moments. He has doggish moments. Nicholas, man, shout out, what up again? It was the Knicks podcast. It was on the Knicks podcast. We all know how New Yorkers feel themselves, like Fat Joe Sonny singing in New York after Q performance at Dodger Stadium. I'm just saying, yep, for sure. Always trying to one up the West Coast and all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I always feel like shout out June. You know what? Which camera I'm on? Yeah. Where's my camera? Hey, shout out June. Mental health. Men's mental health month. Man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out. Wait. Take care of yourself, men's mental health. You know what I'm saying? Men's mental health month. You know what I'm saying? And that can go for whether you're getting yourself addressed this month, where you're getting yourself looked at, seen. If you're taking care of your mental somehow, even outside of that, in a positive way, take care of yourself as a man. And it lines in with Father's Day, lines in with Gemini stuff. Now back to the Knicks, man, or the West Coast. They just always trying to do, but the Gemini month, and you got me. I'm born on the East Coast, grew up on the West Coast. You know what I'm saying? Born in Brooklyn, grew up in England. And then here I am in San Diego. Shout out, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Southern California, you know what I'm saying? As a whole, shout out San Diego, shout out Inglewood, the show, shout out LA, you know, shout out New York, apparently. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, though, but yeah, appreciate y'all tapping in right now, man. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe, man. Hope y'all made it through the week. Even if y'all got to work tomorrow, man, get y'all rest, chill out, relax, you know.
Play some defense tonight.
Yeah.
He understands, man, I am so close. This is as close as I've ever been, and I might not ever be back here again. Let me get that ring, because getting a ring with the way I'm playing, it's going to be hard for them to deny me. Hey, he wasn't no tag-along. This ain't going to be no tag-along ring for Cat.
Big contributor.
Now, and people look at him. Everybody sees how he's playing Wemby. Everybody's seeing the contribution that he's making on the defensive end and what he's doing on the offensive end. He's averaging 12 rebounds a game, basically 20, 12, and 4.
Yeah.
That's what he's averaging. And playing outstanding defense on Wemby.
You're absolutely right. And being the fact that he's from Jersey, Uncle Ocho, to be able to get a title in New York, bro. I mean, obviously they all gonna have a damn key to the city, but man, this is legacy. You know, this big time, bro. You know, you win a title for the Knicks, but man, I've been impressed, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't see this. I didn't see them outplaying the Spurs the way they've outplayed them. I didn't see them out muscling them, out physicaling them. I didn't see that, bro. And they showed me. The Knicks showed me. I think it's really Cat, because we're so used to him floating around the perimeter, shooting threes, playing finesse. Playing that finesse game. But he switched from Wemby.
He understanding the assignment, Joe. Understanding what it's going to take, what it's going to take. It's going to take you having to change your game. It's going to have to take. It's going to take you having to use your body, sit in the chair a little bit. You know, nullify this young fella who they call the alien. Huh? Hey, be his kryptonite. Cat, you got to be his kryptonite, and that's what he's been these past 2 games. His kryptonite. You gonna get yours.
And when you look at it, he's probably the only center that the Spurs have played in this postseason who can shoot the 3. He's probably the only one. He's the only one. So Wemby can't just float and play free safety and really help, you know, the way he's been doing in the past series, because you got to honor Cat, bro, and he's shooting at a high
level.
Klingon can shoot the 3, but he can't shoot it at the clip that Cat can. Klingon ain't really trying to put the ball. Cat showed you in game 1, and this is why I think he was effective game 2 from the 3, is that I put it on the floor and get on the edge on you. Think about how many times he put the ball on the floor and got by Wemby. How many times he put it on the floor and got by Cornette. And if he didn't get the basket, he got the foul. So now I've got that seed planted. Damn, I can't be all in running. You know, I got to be down the stairs where my hands down. Cat can shoot it. Cat ain't really shooting. It's really a set shot, Joe. You know what I'm saying? It's like a
it is. It is. But he get it out quick, though.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He really.
And he'll throw Joe. He'll throw that pump fake in there, because you know you got to honor it. Next thing you know, he buy you. Now he able to spray out for 3 or get to the basket, get fouled. It's just so many options in that. And it's good to see him playing high-level basketball, bro, because he's
taking some unfair criticism, Joe. He's taking some unfair criticism. Because you know that with the Jimmy Butler situation, how he took some backups and he beat the starters, and you know everybody saying Cat is soft. My thing was I didn't think it was soft.
You did probably think he was soft, but let's see what you're gonna say. But I would say, I think Cat's off. I think Cat's off. I think his game is nice, man. He tight, man. 50-point games, multiple probably 40-point games. You know what I'm saying? He nice. I just think his potential with all that shooting 3 stuff and all that stuff, you can shoot 3s. That's part of your game. Cool. You can handle the ball. Part of your game. Cool. Fit in a system and let it rock. I think that's what's happening here. And I just think he ain't really this Wemby stuff. He ain't really. He just putting weight on him. Visceral fat on Wemby, on the alien. Visceral fat on the alien, wearing them down. See what up, guys say.
But I just think I did think that he hung around the 3-point line. He was so interested in trying to convince people he was a better shooter than Dirk. When he has an advantage in the paint, or he has an advantage where he can put the ball on the floor.
I don't think he compares himself to Dirk.
He was selling because he was so gung-ho, and I want to prove I'm the greatest shooting big man. But if you don't win no championship like Dirk, who gonna care?
Yeah, you're right. Hey, but when you look at it, Ocho, with him playing in Minnesota,
don't care about Wemby. He's gonna be losing for the next 10 years.
Hard for him to really
15 years.
What I would say attack the basket like he is now. He has to play the 5. That's where he has the advantage. At. Put him at the 5. He's a stretch 5, a guy who can knock down shots. Not only that,
healthy right now. Let's say best situation. Wemby stays healthy his whole career, playing like he plays. Whether he's getting older, can put muscle on him, but he's not gonna get hurt. Let's just say he goes another guaranteed minimum 10 years. You see him going over under 10 years. You know what I'm saying? Is Wemby a type of dude? Right now he's 22, I want to say. Is he man 32? Can you see him past 32? These Steph Currys and Kevin Durant's, they mid 30s, high 30s, you know what I'm saying? You know, with LeBron 40. Can you see Wemby doing? He just seems like he's been playing basketball for a minute. Let's go.
He ain't selling when he catches it in the post, taking strong moves. It may not lead to points, but it leads to somebody getting a great damn shot.
I ain't never seen nobody go 100 feet in 2 steps like Cat. I'm like, y'all sure this man not walking? Joe, that Joe got the ball. I think he's a running back. Joe, he got the ball up.
He got them long strides.
Damn, Cat. But no, I think also, Joe, look, he came into the league and he was scoring so much. He's dropping 50, he's getting 40, he's 60. You're like, well, I kind of like it like this. And it's like, we're going to bring Rudy Gobert, which is going to require you to play even less defense. But like you said, now he, like, bro, we're going to give you a blow, but you got to play some defense. You got to deter some people from coming into the paint. And when Brunson doesn't have it going, we're going to need you to have it going. But I think in this series, he's been phenomenal. I know Jalen Brunson, that performance that he put on last night, and he had a big clutch basket tonight. But we cannot speak in glowing terms enough about Karl Anthony Towns because he's been phenomenal. OG has been what we expect OG to be. He's gonna play outstanding defense, and he's shooting the 3-ball really well too, Joe.
Yeah, he is. He been shooting. He against the Hawks in their first series, the man barely missed, bro.
He barely missed a shot.
He
barely missed a shot.
Yeah, he barely missed it. He went and he didn't play in the Philly series, and he came back in the Cleveland series. But for the most part, man, he's been super solid for them all playoffs.
He picked right up where he left off against your Hawks. Came back. Who did he play?
What you laughing at, Ojo?
Laughing at what Unc said. He picked up after your Hawks.
Your Hawks.
Well, why act like he ain't rolling with the Hawks too? Oh, you got to come on, man.
I was rolling with the Hawks. You want me to roll with the Hawks now?
Yeah, who else you gonna roll with, bro? For the league, LA?
I don't know if I can get down with the Hawks, man. Man, the Hawks used to be so sorry before they got Dominique, man. Lord, have mercy. Hey, you put on some sneakers, they might put your ass in the game. They might have 15 people there. Somebody file out, they're like, hey, can you play? Hey, sign this waiver.
Oh, geez, who the Hawks have before Dominique Wilkins? Who the OGs out there? Past me. OGs past me. Who did the Hawks have back in the day? Before Dominique Wilkins.
No, we've got to give look for all the things that we say the Spurs did wrong. Yes, I think we have to give that kind of praise to what the Knicks did right.
Did right, yes,
right.
Because we've heard sometimes say, and we can say that about the Spurs. The Spurs, the game was right there for the taking.
Yep,
but you didn't take it every time. So if you go back and look at the Cavs, every time somebody has presented the Knicks with an opportunity to win the game, cashed it in.
Absolutely.
It was down 22.
Absolutely.
Once they got down by 22 with the Cavs and they came back and beat the Cavs, the series wasn't even close after that.
Yeah.
It wasn't even close after that. They get down, they've been down double digits in both of the first 2 games. And before you know it, they go on a 7-0 or 12-0 run, and boom.
Fellas, this 12 straight wins in the postseason, man, by the Knicks. This is unheard of from a team who, I wouldn't say they struggled against the Hawks because they beat us bad in Game 6, but you didn't see this coming, bro. You didn't see them just pulling away from teams like this. And then you get into the finals, and as great as the Spurs have been all season and in this postseason, you mean to tell me they go to San Antonio and win 2 games?
Yeah, I mean, I told you that was gonna happen, Joe. See, Joe, you looking at it from a different lens, huh? You look at it, you think it with your heart in a sense, based on everything you just said. Uncle Joe, I told you what was gonna happen. You hear me?
Uncle Joe.
And I don't know if people that listen to me, if you're betting and you're betting the house and you're trying to make a little extra money, I hope you don't follow everything I've said the entirety of the playoffs, because right now you'll be rich. Huh? Yo, and I'm telling you, I'm telling you.
I know entirety,
you know me. Way to gamble about who the MVP
I doubt it.
Cat's gonna win it. Cat ain't gonna win the MVP because we see a different version of him we haven't seen before. Hadn't had to play this way.
Hey, Ocho, if he keep playing like this, being assertive, attacking the basket, not settling for jump shots, taking it when he has it, I can see it. I can see it. Keep getting a double.
The thing is, Joe, we look at the Finals MVP and we think it's just for the finals. They be voting for the totality of it.
Hey, I tell you what.
Cat is the number. See, I think the thing is, Joe, you said something. Ocho, you said that Cat. No, Cat didn't want to play like this. They wanted him.
It's always been in him.
Yes, Joe and I've been saying that Cat. He's the first pick of the damn draft. He's 7 foot tall. Yeah. Yes, he can shoot, but he can put the ball on the floor.
He can.
He just settles far too much. Now he's not settling.
What the hell is that? The floor.
Uncle Joe, I told you what was gonna happen. You hear me?
Man, you gotta.
And I don't know if people that listen to me, if you betting and you're betting the house and you're trying to make a little extra money, I hope you don't follow everything I've said the entirety of the playoffs, because right now you're rich. Huh? Joe, and I'm telling you ahead of time. If there's a way to gamble about who the MVP gonna be, Cat's gonna win it. Cat is gonna win the MVP because we see a different version of him we haven't seen before because he hadn't had to play this way.
There it goes.
Hey, Ocho, if he keep playing like this, being assertive, attacking the basket, not settling for jump shots, taking it when he has it, I can see it. I can see it. Keep getting a double.
The thing is, Joe, we look at the Finals MVP and we think it's just for the Finals. They'd be voting for the totality of it.
Hey, I tell you what.
Cat keep playing.
See, I think the thing is, Joe, you said something. Ocho, you said that Cat. Cat didn't want to play like this. They wanted him.
It's always been in him.
Yes, Joe and I've been saying that Cat, he's the first pick of the damn draft. He's 7 foot tall. Yeah. Yes, he can shoot, but he can put the ball on the floor. He just settles far too much. Now he's not settling.
He ain't settling.
He's not.
And not only that, he's being disruptive. Meaning every time the ball goes up, bro, he's jockeying for position. He's trying to get a putback. Yep. He's trying to get an extra rebound, offensive rebound. He's doing the little stuff that's that a lot of times won't show up. Like Uncle say, man, they're keeping a body on Wemby, so he can't affect the game, from a rebounding standpoint. Hell, I don't think he had a double-double in these first 2 games, fella.
He has.
You know what I mean? So that's saying a lot, bro. They're saying that the Knicks are coming to play. They're being ultra physical in the low post and on the perimeter. I just think all around they playing a great basketball game. Great game plan.
The 2026 Knicks, they won 13 straight playoff wins, the second most ever. The second most road playoff wins ever, the highest point differential in a postseason.
Hey, who think that was the first or what?
The Knicks have joined the 2017 Warriors as the only teams in NBA history to win 13 straight games in a single postseason. The Knicks are 2 wins away from winning a championship, a run that's starting to look legendary.
2 wins.
I agree.
Man.
I agree. They look great. They
do.
Crazy. When you put it like that, 2 more wins away. Bro, if I was a New Yorker, New York Knicks fan, I'm happy for y'all. Happy for y'all, gang. Man, if he was in New York, hey,
quiet as kept.
I mean, think about it. They've lost 2 games. Do you think about it? You need to win 16. You need to win 16 games to be a champion. There's a chance they're going to be 16-2 in the postseason. That'll be, what? I remember Shaq was 15-1 in the postseason.
Yeah.
You don't. The Warriors.
You got to be locked.
I think because the Warriors lost. I know they lost 1 game to the Cavaliers, but I don't think they lost anymore. I wonder what they were in 2028. I think because I know when won 1 series they end up beating the Rockets 4-3, Joe, and I don't know if that was 18. Yeah. Because they swept the Cavaliers in 18, they beat them 4-1 in 17. But man, this and it's the way they're winning. They could score 140, or they could score 102 and beat you by 3, and you score 99.
Yeah,
they're just finding so many different ways to win, Joe.
Yeah, they beating you by committee. They having so many guys step up, and you don't know who it's going to be on a night-to-night basis.
Here's Wemby on the last 3 possessions of the game. Let's take a listen to what he had to say.
Just wanted you to take us through the last 3 possessions, the 2 misses from mid-range and the turnover with Castle. What did you see and how can you guys react?
I'm still very blurry, and that's the whole problem. I need to have more poise, more control over the game. I'm not going to go through the whole positions, but that's the general image.
No, you say, look, it's a make or miss league. I shot the ball, it didn't go in. Okay, that's it. Like you said, he need to have more poise on passing the ball. But Joe, what I'm trying to figure out, why would you pass it? There's nobody picking you up. Bro, you got 14, 15 seconds in the game.
Yeah, I agree. He shouldn't have passed it. He should have brought it up, and then at some point maybe even give it to the guard. But I don't give a damn what nobody say. Them 17, 18-foot jump shots he's shooting, yeah, I know he can make them. But at the time he's shooting them, Uncle Ocho, man, them ain't good shots, bro. I mean, at the end of the game, that last one, yeah, I guess you got to live with that. But to do a clear out, for him to have it at 18, 19 foot and shoot a pull-up jump shot, no, bro. Put that ball in them guards' hands, Fox hands, let them guys run that pick and roll, and you try to get something great out of that. You know, I just didn't think them were great shots. Them last 2 possessions that he had, I didn't think they were great shots.
Here's Wemby on the last shot.
I'm tripping, gang. How Gang said he can breathe or
Did you like the shot you
it's
got?
blurry.
Yeah, of course I like the shot, but I feel like in this moment you need to shoot to score. And in moments like this, it's like results matter more than process. If you know what I mean.
Results matter more, brother. Yeah, I know.
Like, hey, Fox, you go ahead and take that shot. That's what it sounded like to you, Joe.
I forgot about that.
That's what it sounds like.
Language barrier.
Right yes.
That's
I never heard him talk.
It
Real talk. I mean, I had
when they drew it up,
like
coach on the sideline,
like Andre the Giant or something.
overcomplicating the situation. So where now Fox is thinking, well, I done got by my man, but wait a minute, coach said he got to go to Wemby. Therefore, even though I have free will to the lane and can get my floater or put it on the glass, I'm gonna kick it back out to him.
Right. I think Coach drew up them plays. I don't know if it's overthinking it, Ocho. I just think I just think Coach Mitch Johnson looks at Wemby as the best player on the team, which he is. But in certain situations, bro, you can't put him in those situations. I mean, damn, man, let's make the game easy. You know what I mean? Have him set the pick. Maybe, man, it was a few times tonight that he set the pick and one of them little guards was guarding him and he just stayed floated out around.
He don't roll. Yes.
You gotta, hey, when you get that switch, you gotta beeline
roll to the basket hard.
And when they throw it to you, all you gotta do is keep it up high. What the hell them little bitty motherfuckers gonna do? What they gonna do?
If you notice, Joe, when he gets tired and they pass it to him, he tries all in one motion. He'll try to catch it and shoot it, or he'll try to guide it in.
Yeah. You're right.
He's tired. I noticed that about it. I thought De'Aaron Fox had one of his best games. He was 8 of 12. He was perfect from the 3. He's perfect from the free throw line. I'm like, Fox is having a pretty good game, coach. He's only missed 4 shots. He's perfect from the 3.
Let him go while he's hot now. He got the hot hand.
And if you go think about it, Joe, the last couple of possessions that they gave the ball to Fox, what did he do? He hit a 3, forced the timeout. They give him the ball, boop, off the glass.
Yeah. He was playing. Fox was playing with that thrust tonight. I like the little mix up that he got with Brunson when they got in each other's face. And it seemed like after that,
big body
he didn't let
Brunson
off the hook not one time after that. You know what I mean? He was getting straight to it. So I agree. I thought they should have rolled Fox hot hand down the stretch, bro. Miss or make. You just to put Wemby in those situations. Obviously, he's gonna be able to get a good shot. But that 17, 18-foot jump shot in those times, if he make it, hell, we cheering, clapping our hands. But man, you can get something better.
De'Aaron Fox with a floater from 8 feet is a better shot than Wemby from 17, 18, even if he makes it. Sometimes, Joe, the results. The results. Look at the results. Yes. You can get positive results and it still not be the right choice because now you fall in love with that. Let me make the right play. The right play was De'Aaron Fox was cooking. He had gotten enough of step on Bridges and he could have got to his floater. He's left-handed. He got Bridges on his right hip.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, De'Aaron Fox.
You're right. Yeah. I say keep it in them guards' hands, man. Just the way the game was going, the way Fox had it going, even Dylan Harper, the way he had it going, they couldn't stop those guys from getting in the paint, fellas. Yeah. You know, they could get in the paint at will. And by them getting in the paint,
you have it going in the fourth quarter
not only for yourself,
the whole
but
game.
You can go to lob to Wemby. Now you could kick it out to Champagny or Castle or whoever, you know, for wide open threes. You have so many options when you have a guard who can get in that paint and live in that paint. And Fox and Harper are 2 of the best at that.
Joe.
Yeah, Fox had 20.
Wemby called for the ball in the backcourt. He called for the ball for somebody to give it up to him after the rebound, and then he passed it ahead when the guy not looking. Why you call for the ball?
I don't know, man. Damn.
That's gonna hurt, Joe. This one gonna hurt.
Hurt. Gonna hurt. They big hurting. You lose 2 at home, man. Listen, that's demoralizing, bro. I'm telling you from experience. I've been there. I promise you. It's hard to come back from that, bro. Now they got to try to find a way to muster up. Obviously, you want to take it 1 game at a time, try and win game 3. But you got to go to New York, bro, thinking you can win 2
try and win game who?
I'm just saying, Ocho, it's a little
game who? Hey, Jeremy Sochan, forward on the Knicks, number 20. He got traded from the San Antonio Spurs. Y'all know he gonna get a ring regardless. He DNP tonight.
Different on the road.
I can tell you that. Huh?
Teams in the NBA Finals history to lose game 1 and 2 at home Spurs have lost game 1 and 2 in 2026. The Magic lost games 1 and 2. They got swept. The Suns lost games 1 and 2.
It's a wrap.
Woo.
Gentlemen sweep.
Like I said, I just think the thing is,
like
the
I
young
said,
guy was really and
bring
okay.
the brooms.
I think sometimes we bestow so much on Wemby, and he's going to be great, and he's already great, but I think he's going to be even greater. And sometimes I think I need to bring the ball up to show everybody. No, you don't. Let Harper, let one of those small guys bring the ball up. Me personally, I'm putting the ball in Fox's hands. I've seen Fox make more clutch shots than I've seen anybody else on that team.
And he had it going.
He did.
Yeah,
he did. There's no. Look,
he had it
and that's not to take. Look, Wemby's going to be phenomenal. Wemby has made some big buckets, but tonight should have been about Fox because of the way he played game 1 and the way he had came back and redeemed himself.
Yeah.
I just love the way, and he probably honestly, Fox probably should have been 11 or 12. He missed some shots. I'm talking about Joe right there. I'm talking about right there at the basket. He never missed.
Mm-hmm.
After he done shook the guy, he got there. I'm talking about point blank. He probably should have been 11 or 12. He was 8 or 12. He probably should have been 11 or 12 because the couple of shots that he missed, he don't normally miss those.
Right. I'm talking about Cat Quick. I've yet to see anybody from the Knicks stand in front of him. He just has to will himself to be able to be great, bro. And I know they down 0-2 and everybody's saying the series over, this, that, and the third. Hey, bro, the Spurs are talented enough to go to New York and win 2 games.
They are, Joe.
Yeah.
But not Joe.
They are.
Hey, Joe, that's cute.
I'll tell people, man.
The ball over.
They ain't gonna win 2.
You don't.
But they can.
And they're a young team. And young teams make young mistakes, especially on the road.
Say it, Shannon.
I mean, we don't know what happens if they don't turn the ball over those last couple of possessions. We don't know what happens. But you don't even give yourself a chance. And the thing, listen, the coach used to tell us all the time, son, don't make a bad situation worse.
Yeah.
Wemby, you turned the ball over. Why would you foul Brunson? You got him trapped on the baseline. You got him trapped, Joe. Where's he going?
Yeah.
He done dribbled. He picked his dribble up. You got him trapped. Why would you nudge?
You're absolutely right.
And if you get really, really close, he's gonna sell it. But you
Yeah.
didn't even have
he gonna
to do that, Wemby.
You gonna do? He gonna do? Hey, listen, and the Spurs. Look, it ain't like they getting their ass whooped, fellas. They've had double-digit leads in both games. I like to mix up what they do with Brunson on the pick and roll. Sometimes they play him straight up. Sometimes they trap him, just to put that indecision in his brain. So when he do come off the pick and roll, he can hesitate a little bit. I think they're doing a great job at that. I just think they make too many mental mistakes when they get up. It's like, it's my turn.
Yes,
it's my turn. It's my turn to get a bucket. It's my turn to get a bucket. Versus just milking the clock and just keep getting great shots, bro. But as a young team, you this is kind of what you'd have to deal with.
Joe, we had the conversation. I said, Joe, they won the game. I think we said this about 2 times. I said, Joe, they won the game. But man, they take far too many shots so early in the shot clock. I mean, the shot clock is 18, and they letting off a 3. I'm like, but people look at it, but they won the game. You never accept anything in a win. You wouldn't in a loss. With those quick shots, tonight, you lost. With those turnovers, because they won the game. Be quiet. As athletes, you know what will cost you inevitably in a ball game, Ocho and Joe.
Absolutely.
You make those mistakes like that, and you play a good team.
Ain't gonna hurt.
Ocho, you got your head in hand. You slamming it down on the helmet. You slamming it against the wall, walking to the locker room. Man, we had to end.
I feel you, Ocho's about to get on that cigar.
And you know what I'm saying on the other side? Yeah, y'all thought y'all had us, ain't it? We're not that good. We better than y'all today.
Hey, chat, y'all heard what Joe said now, huh? Hey, Unc, you heard Joe, huh?
What Joe say?
What?
Joe just said, the Spurs good enough. They go to New York and win 2 games.
They are.
Oh,
will they?
Yeah, absolutely not. But I like Joe. See, Joe is what we're gonna call him naive and delusional, huh?
Damn.
You said the Spurs were gonna win the series. I told you what was gonna happen. Now you got a small sample size of before a sweep, 2 games, and we talk about some of the things that went wrong with the Spurs, but that's a part of basketball. That's a part of basketball. You're gonna have errors, you're gonna have mistakes. When it matters most, what team comes out on top?
Ocho, it ain't like they getting their ass whooped.
We in the finals. Ain't nobody gonna get their ass whooped. There's a reason why they in the finals.
What I'm saying is the Spurs still have a fighting chance, bro. That's all I'm saying. I know you look at it.
Punch
the
his
Knicks
chance.
up 2-0, they done won 2 in San Antonio. You don't think they coming back to San Antonio?
I'm just not read off to you. In the history of the NBA, he got him down 0-2. How many of them come back from that, in the final?
Well, I'm not. Listen. For them to come back and win the series, they're gonna have to do something special. Yeah. But I still think they can. I think they can go to New York and win a game, or if not,
don't give them a game because the NBA got bills to pay.
Yeah, and so do Nightcap. So they need to give us a couple of games.
Little nightcap.
They need to give us a couple of
you.
games. Joe Ocho, what did you think about Rick Brunson coming down the court to confront De'Aaron Fox after he got in Jalen's face? Rick told Brunson, "You ain't tough. Don't do that."
Big body Brunson.
I like it. You talking about Rick?
Yeah, Rick
got
down there in Fox face because he was in his son Jalen face.
Hey man, I'm sorry, but when I'm watching the Knicks and I see Rick Brunson and Jalen Brunson huddled up and they talking, discussing the game plan. He's telling Jalen what he should be doing. Man, I just think it's such a great moment, bro. And as a father, those instincts naturally kick in. You see your son down there getting into a little confrontation. Hell, I'm taking my ass down there too.
Hey, that's bro. I understand he'll coach, but I'm a dad before I was a dad, but way before I was a dad coach. And that's my son.
Right. That's still his baby boy. Yeah, at the end of the day.
Hey, don't do that. Hey, don't do that.
Yeah, you need to slow that down, partner. Right. Yeah.
Okay. and hey, I get Fox. Hey, Fox, like, hey, I'm gonna meet intensity with intensity. It's that type of game. I'm not. Hey, we not shying away from this. We're not gonna let you get comfortable tonight, Jalen. You got comfortable in the quarter. You're not gonna get comfortable tonight.
Hello.
And Fox turned it up too. Okay,
but you know what I like also, Joe? Because a lot of times guys teams don't want to do this. Their best player on the defensive series, what you call winning the game, was it? Jalen Brunson. We had a very similar situation with the Lakers. That one of their worst defenders was in the game. Who was that? Austin Reeves. When you should have had Vando in the game, you had Austin Reeves in the game, and the guy got the bucket on Reeves.
Yeah.
I like that. I understand Jalen Brunson, but Jalen Brunson is not one of your better defenders. I want my 5 best defenders on the court.
Absolutely.
It's the same reason, Ocho, they put Randy Moss back there on a Hail Mary.
Yeah.
They put Gronk. I don't know. They put Gronk and Gronk got broke up. You remember the Miami? What they called it? Miami Miracle.
Yeah.
But the guy they called it. They laterally.
It's a Drake.
Yeah. But no, it was a situation that I understand. I understand you as much as you try, because I'm sure there's a lot of times he's thinking this court like, man, let me stay my ass on this bench. I know that's my boy, and I want to do something bad to these boys, but this is the NBA, and I'm trying. I don't know I don't think he really wants a head coaching job. He kind of likes the situation. I'm sure he would take one, but being able to coach with your son and go to work with your son every day.
None better than that.
To go to work with your son every day, Ocho.
That's dope.
You may hey, Ian, come pick me up. I ain't driving.
Listen. Rick Brunson made it to the finals with the Knicks. Obviously, he didn't get much clock, but to be back in this position, coaching his son.
Yeah, that's dope. Coaching your son, you're in a championship, man.
On the Knicks.
Come on, bro.
And oh my bad, I forgot that part. You was on the Knicks.
Yeah.
It is. For it to happen in real life, that's dope. That's dope.
That's dope. Man, you sound like me.
Wemby just added. I just threw that one away. I messed up. We didn't play great as a team. We needed to win that game. This game was ours, but at this point, it's done, and I'm gonna regret it. Yes, of course, I'm gonna use that to fuel me and fuel us next game. Absolutely, I could have been better at recovering from that high, and being in the conference final. So basically, he said, "Look, you were 4. And
he's saying everything.
Yes, we understand. You should be excited, but you still got 4 more games to win." And basically, he said, "I'm so high on that I've allowed it to inhibit the way I play in the finals." And that's why you can't get too high. But man, the man 22. He just led a team to the NBA Finals. There ain't very many 22-year-olds. Irvin Magic Johnson, he was 20 in about 100 and something days, leading the team to the finals. LeBron James did it at 22.
Kobe was 20. I think Kobe was 20 when he won his first. Yeah, but you can't exhale.
No, and now Wemby.
Yeah.
So it's not. I mean, you think about it. A guy's 22. It doesn't been very many guys, and he don't understand. Hey, Magic tells the story all the time, but he told it to us. His very first game, past Kareem throw the sky hook, hit a game winning sky hook. Magic run down there and jump, hug him around his neck like, "Hey, Kareem, yeah, Kareem." Kareem like, "Hey,
he said, get your ass off."
Get off me. We got 81 more games. Magic looked at him and said, "I tell you what, you hit 81 more of those, I'm gonna jump right in your damn arm."
It is, bro. Man, it's such a gratifying feeling because when you see these game winners and these of sort in the NBA, bro, you dreamed of these moments as a kid, man.
Yes.
You can't tell me, hell, I know y'all played football at the highest level, but hell, I know at some point y'all probably was in your driveway shooting shots 5, 4, 3.
Man,
you know what I mean?
Even catching the game winning touchdown. I don't know how many game winning touchdowns Ocho you caught, but I done caught a couple of game winners. Ain't nothing like it.
Yeah, I've never caught a touchdown that was a game winner, like at going down and it's only a few seconds on the clock and you catch it. Now I've caught in passes that result in actually winning the game.
Yes.
Right.
Do anything.
Yeah.
Never a game winner like that. I ain't never had that.
Yeah, and that's I've caught one. I think I've caught one in Well, I caught 2 game winners in Jacksonville. That game that Jimmy Smith went off, Ocho, I caught the game winning touchdown.
Real?
And I caught and then I went down there. My last year, I caught a game winning touchdown. I think I caught with like 10 seconds on the clock. We had to lead the whole game. Them jokers score a touchdown. We go right back down the field. They come with a blitz. They come with a bomb blitz, but they leave the end to cover me.
I don't know if I'm done with them, but shout out Unc, shout out ISO Joe, shout out Ocho Cinco, man. You know they always in the news, always in something. But yeah, you know, stay tuned in the chat, man. Let me know in the chat what y'all think, man. Who y'all got? You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I've been saying this Knicks in 5, but believe me or don't believe me, you know what I'm saying? I got timestamps, I got receipts, but well, we're gonna switch gears. I just hope everybody's, tuned in on a Friday. Thank you for if you tuned in, hit that like, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully everybody's chilling on a Friday, you know what I'm saying? It's getting late, you know what I'm saying? People like me don't have to work tomorrow, but we still work. We work hard. We work hard all week, you know what I'm saying? And hopefully y'all on get some downtime at some point, you know what I'm saying? Take care of yourself at some point so you can take care of everybody else, of course, Sure, man, we gonna switch gears, man. I hope everybody being good. Everybody being good, man. It's more stuff going on in sports than sports. So we gonna switch gears though. Ain't no way to kind of ease into this. We just gonna have to go. Carmel. Let's see. This
One of Chud the Builder's racist friends is outside the Karmelo.
All right, man. We got Flacco, Poetic Flacco. Yeah, what they say? So called federal, allegedly. Yeah. What I want to cover on though is I think he did a video. I think this is what it's about. Let's do some background on this real important. There's a trial that Carmelo Anthony child is going through. He's currently locked up, incarcerated for the murder of another child. It's unfortunate that it happened in the first place. Should be no death or no unalivings or anything like that, especially with children. That should be accepted, or acceptable or anything like that. The circumstances that it happened has to do with society and racism, bigotry, a lot mixed in there. Some may say it's on one end, some may say it's on the other end. But the thing is, something happened. Life was lost. Rest in peace, to the other the young man that lost his life. But if you know the circumstances, the other young man is up for trial that was possibly defending himself allegedly or attacked allegedly. This is what he's on trial for: charge of murder, which is I think it's of the first degree. Excuse me if I'm wrong, but that's all alleged. I just think that's very extreme, but for a child in state of Florida, where you think the laws are a little different and stuff like that. So, this child be facing that type of law, and then the division it has caused in the country, the world, that we already divided. What are they divided over? Black, white, point blank, period. When it's a life loss, it's another life. That's the kid is a great kid. Karmelo Anthony, a great kid, outside of obviously a horrific incident that should have never happened. But yeah, of course I could say that lightly right here with no emotion or anything like that. But the truth of the matter is, this is where we're at, and now his life is on the line, because I'm not sure if he can go for the death penalty, but he can definitely he can get an L with premeditated murder, first degree unaliving, definitely. And then anyways, background story to catch up with it. I'm just, man, it's a lot. His jurors are mostly none of his peers. There's no black jurors. If there's, they're not all white, but they're none that's black. That was broken down. If there's some more, correct me in the chat. Change it. But gonna break down, because this cross barrier, because you have another incident with Chud the Builder, whole other side of the spectrum. This guy was going around. We all know the story. I'm not even gonna explain his story, but this dude Bill, we're gonna get into that. But this dude's bail is 1.25 million. They may have raised it or something like that. He doesn't deserve to be on the streets, man. He don't deserve to be out, fighting his case and all that stuff like that. In my opinion, I would say, people don't deserve to be locked. But if you hunting people that look like me, especially like the guy, you probably got to just. If I'm just you're going around, walking around looking for people like me. Like if I was walking by you, you would try to approach me to get on your stream and do your little 1-2 Dougie. I mean, it's all irritating. It's all irritating. Look, watch this stuff. Let's check this out. Yeah, we do that.
One of Chud the Builder's racist friends is outside the Carmelo Anthony trial starting a race riot. This usual suspect, Jake Lang, is the one who went to Chud the Builder's bond hearing, caused the disturbance, and got arrested for contempt of court. Now he's outside the Carmelo Anthony trial trying to antagonize black folks into a reaction.
Well, it's frustrating. No, I didn't edit this, not my video or anything like that, but it's frustrating because I'm looking at this. There's people already is outside protesting probably the trial, this young man for various reasons. It's one which is the right, you have the right to protest and all stuff. So this guy wants to get content. That's just my humble opinion. Goes out there, puts on his little vest. What kind of vest he? I mean, then aggravates these people and then videotapes them reacting.
Low impulse control. This is the reason why Austin Metcalf is dead, because this is a response. This is a response.
Rest in peace to the lives of lost. Nobody. Man,
They teach their young people to have. This is the mothers, the black mothers.
Before we get this video started, if you want to learn how I made $142,000 from started Let's Grind, Let's Make Money Together.
In this community, This community does not teach its people to respect personal boundaries. It does not teach people to talk with respect. And that's why
he's real good at just blah, blah, blah.
Failures as black parents. Teaching the youth to kill.
Why she smiling in the back? It's crazy to hear that. Me and you mutual combat. Huh. What's this right here? Okay. Okay, with some business. Hey, what I'm saying here, this it's crazy. People are just like smiling about it because it's corny. But this is a real life. These real lives that's in the balance.
Doing all that talking and fake crazy act, but make sure to ignore that request for mutual combat. Make sure to act like he didn't hear that brother asking for mutual combat. Because in Texas, if y'all both agree to fight, y'all can fight. And there's nothing the police can do about it. But Jay ain't want that smoke. They just act crazy. They act like demons. Man, they fake demons, bro. They're not really crazy. They're not really unhinged. They know their limits. Jay Lang talking about low impulse, to be honest, is complete. Like, they lack self-awareness completely. Jay Lang probably has the lengthiest rap sheet of anybody outside that courthouse. But he's talking about low impulse control. Dog, you are a felon. You did multiple years in prison. You just got arrested 2 times within a span of 30 days. You are literally a career criminal. You can't talk about low impulse control. You have none. These alt-right white supremacist X pages, they don't show Jay Lang antagonizing black folks. They don't show Jay Lang race baiting black folks, but they only show the aftermath of Jay Lang successfully race baiting black people. So Jay Lang shows up, antagonized, says all type of racial slurs, all type of words. He finally was able to race bait Unc into just going off and losing his mind. And Unc said some things that, again, I don't support, I don't stand behind. But to take him out of context of being antagonized and race baited and post this online trying to destroy the man and destroy his life for saying this after Jake Lang started this, to me, it's just disingenuous, bruh.
Only good is a dead. Only good is a dead. Only good is a dead. Only good is a dead.
Obviously, I disavowed that rhetoric. Somebody being hateful and racist towards you should not make you hateful and racist towards an entire race of people. Clearly, we are all on the same page. But you guys have to admit, even if we all can disavow this and say, Unc was wrong for this, it's not okay, it's not cool to say something like that, right? Because all white folks ain't Jake Lang, and Jake Lang don't speak for all white people. But there's something very wrong with clipping somebody out of context and then using this as a representative for all black people. So look, this person says, let them go mainstream with their racism. It's time America see these degenerates for what they are, who they are, and what they stand for. Can we now stop pretending that the vast majority of black people aren't harboring hate for whites, Asians, and Latinos? Open your eyes, America. Why are the people who are online complaining about snowflake culture the biggest snowflakes? They want to be victims so bad. But here's what they're not understanding. It doesn't matter what year we're in. It doesn't matter how long you try. Mainstream society is not going to see racist people as victims. Sorry, it's never going to happen. They're not going to see an alt-right, far-right white extremist group and say, yeah, they're victims. No, right? It would never happen. You're wasting your time. But this Carmelo Anthony trial is divided among racial lines, bruh. Like, honestly, it's divided, bruh. Yo, when you go outside, you literally have black people over here, white folks over here, and it's like, and they are clashing, bruh. And their strategies are a lot different, too. And maybe somebody who's much smarter than me can break down in the comment section, like, the dynamics of how the black protesters are choosing to protest and how the white protesters are choosing to protest, but the black protesters are staying in groups, right? They're all kind of like concentrated in one place in one location and they're moving together. While the anti-Carmelo Anthony protesters, like, do have one or two, like, follow like the concentrated black group to protest or to like antagonize them, while you have the other ones that are standing on each corner as cars drive by to spread their propaganda. Somebody smarter than me could probably break down the social, like inner working, like I don't know, like the dynamics to why that happened or how that may be like a microcosm of America. Y'all let me know, right? Come with your best think piece on why the black protesters are moving in concentrated groups while the white protesters are kind of following the black protesters, and then like a large majority of them are separated on individual blocks and corners to spread their propaganda as other groups is coming through. Right now, again, I particularly don't think this, like, pro-Carmelo or anti-Carmelo is divided across race lines, to be honest. I know black people who think Carmelo Anthony is guilty. I know white folks who think he's innocent, right? But the protest outside the courthouse is divided across racial lines, right? For some reason, or at least that's what people is trying to portray.
He was not an aggressor. Carmelo was not an aggressor. He was minding his business when the boys came up to him.
Read the crowd. Read the creed. Carmelo Anthony
will walk free. We declare. Cyrus Carmelo and his family. Anthony will walk free. We declare. We decree. Melo Anthony will walk free. We declare. We decree. Melo Anthony will walk free. We declare. We decree. Melo Anthony will walk free. We declare. We decree. Melo Anthony will walk free. We declare. We decree. Melo Anthony will walk free.
This Carmelo Anthony trial happening days after the Cyrus Carmack Belton verdict. It's just a bad idea, man. Yo, race relations right now is at an all-time high. There's so much tension. Black folks just watch a 60-year-old Asian man who should have known better follow a 14-year-old black kid outside of his store who essentially didn't steal anything from his store.
Yeah, this is wild too, man. This one is wild too. It's like, I mean, it's not. I'm not. Let me whatever.
Follow him outside of his store, walk him, chase him down, and then shot him in the back. Went to trial and got found not guilty on a jury of no black people. Right? So when black folks see that, they tell you, okay, there's a two-tier justice system here. All right? Rules that apply to thee do not apply to we. All right? It's the rules that apply to some, like, again, other minority groups and some races do not apply to us. Dominant society has different rules. Other minority groups have different rules. We don't have that luxury. You could follow somebody down. You could stalk them. You could hunt them down, shoot them in the back, and say you fear for your life because you thought they had a gun. So when they see this Carmelo Anthony trial, they're like, hold on, bro, this trial ain't much different than, right, like the Cyrus Carmack Belton. If that Asian man can get off for shooting that 14-year-old in the back after stalking him, then Carmelo Anthony should get off, right? That's the mentality right now of a large percent of black America. They're fed up. Now, I'll be real with y'all. My mind isn't made up in this Carmelo Anthony trial. I'm literally watching this trial as if I'm a juror trying to figure out what took place, trying to figure out if it's self-defense. Because before the trial started, the things that came out had me thinking, man, Carmelo, you did kind of bad, homie. You wilding out, son. Right? You did bad. But then day one of trial, after the opening statements, which we're about to review from the prosecutors and the defense, Carmelo Anthony's self-defense case is looking a tad bit stronger. So the prosecutors start off their opening statement overselling. Even the professionals and the analysts who were saying Carmelo Anthony is cooked last week is saying, bro, after the opening statements, bro, the prosecutors, like, it sounds like they are over-promising something they can't deliver on. And once more details come out about why Carmelo Anthony was under the tent, why he was there, who was he talking to, things of that order, the series of events is looking more like self-defense, to be honest. Even the type of knife he had doesn't appear to be something you would unusually not have in your bag.
Alternates, here's a portion of the prosecution's opening statement. They told this jury, we are all here because Carmelo Anthony decided to take a knife to a high school track meet and provoke another young man who he didn't know into touching him, holding an already open knife in his hand and plunging it into his heart. They went on to say that this man decided to commit an unjustified provoked murder and that this case has nothing to do with race. This is not self-defense. Let's talk about the prosecution's beginning of their case in front of this jury. With us, we have our guest, former prosecutor Nicole DeBoer, criminal defense attorney Joanna Nieves, and criminal defense attorney Mario Gallucci. It's so good to have you all on. Mario, let me get your thoughts on this first. I've been hearing you talk about it all day with Ted, but when you hear this fact that the prosecution says they have, that the knife was open inside of the bag, how compelling is that to this case?
So, I mean, the prosecution's trying to make it seem like he went there with an open knife in his bag to cause a problem. I don't see it that way. It's a pocket knife. We're not talking about a machete. We're not talking about a dagger. We're not talking about a switchblade. We're talking about, an ordinary pocket knife that's used on a daily basis to do whatever utility you need to be done. So just by, and I believe you're going to hear this from the defense, just by the virtue of there being an open pocket knife in the bag doesn't mean that he went there with the intent to harm someone. And I think that's what's going to come out on the defense side once we get this trial up and running.
And Joanna, what do you think about the theory that the prosecution has that Carmelo Anthony's position all along was to get someone to do something so that he could kill them? Do you think that's effective? And is Carmelo Anthony going to have to take the stand to combat that?
Hi, Julia. I definitely think there's a damage that happens when you kind of over-exaggerate and emphasize things that aren't necessarily going to be consistent with what the defense is going to put forward. Carmelo Anthony was a good student. He worked. He came from a good family. He's got a support system. He participated in athletics. And you want the jury to believe that he really came to school with the intention of, or a track meet with the intention of murdering somebody. I think that's a far stretch of the imagination.
I don't think even Jake Lang, if you hooked him up to a lie detector test and forced him to tell the truth, I don't even think he would tell you that Carmelo Anthony woke up that day to go ahead and kill somebody. Like Carmelo Anthony didn't wake up that day and say, yo, I'm gonna put this knife in my bag so I could use it on somebody at the track meet. That's a far stretch. Now, unfortunately, in Texas, though, you don't have to prove premeditated murder. You only have to prove intent within the moment, right? And that's the difference between, let's say, Texas and other states. Other states, you got to prove this was planned. In Texas, you got to prove that when he pulled out that knife on Austin Metcalf, his intent was to murder Austin Metcalf, which I think even that is a hard stretch to prove, to be honest. Now, like during this trial, or like within like the opening statements, they was even able to prove, and they actually confessed to this in their opening statement, that Carmelo Anthony went under the tent, A, because it was raining heavy, and then 2, he had a friend under the tent. So he already had a friend he knew in the tent, so he went under the tent and was talking to his friend. Austin Metcalf came into the tent, wanted to be the dictator, right, like the grand leader of the tent, and decided he wanted to kick Carmelo Anthony out, which, like most people, you come under a tent, so somebody is talking to their homie, the homie belongs under the tent, y'all having a conversation, you don't come under the tent, hey, bro, you got to leave the tent now. Like, what are you, like the, right, well like the all-knowing dictator of the tent and who belongs under the tent? Like, it's just a stupid kid argument that shouldn't have resulted in somebody dying. But the series of events doesn't make Carmelo Anthony look like a troublemaker. He comes under the tent because his homie is there, it's raining. You come under the tent, you see Carmelo Anthony talking to somebody, which is his homie, who you know who belongs under the tent. Right? Carmelo Anthony is in the tent talking to him. Even out of sheer respect for the person you do know that's under the tent talking to Carmelo Anthony, wouldn't you say, you know what, oh, that's his friend? All right, cool. Right, I'm going to just leave him alone. But coming under the tent, like trying to bully this kid, trying to attack this kid, right, putting hands on this kid, trying to forcibly remove this kid, right, instead of going and calling an administrator to come and handle the situation, is why we're in a situation right now. We're not in a situation because Carmelo Anthony woke up today trying to kill somebody.
Austin Metcalf, the stabbing victim, and team were under their school tent at that track meet. That Carmelo Anthony went under Metcalf's team tent during bad weather. Metcalf asked Anthony to leave the tent, prompting a fight where Anthony stabbed Metcalf. Mario, I'm going to focus on one part of that actually has come up a lot online by our viewers. Early on, there was a question of why Carmelo would have been under the tent. And I know I mentioned on air even that it could have been because it was raining. And we found out today that both sides say it was raining really bad. And the school that Carmelo Anthony went to was not one that had a tent. Is that important? Is the reason that he was under that tent important when we had this issue of the prosecution saying he went there to provoke a murder?
Look, Julia, I can't agree with you more. I mean, it's raining out. There's a tent. You seek shelter. I don't think that the fact that his school did not have a tent has anything to do with it. There was a tent. It was raining. He went there. And we just found out during the opening statements that he actually had a friend in the tent that he met and spoke to. So it's not like, there's no tent and he went there with the forethought to start a fight, provoke a fight, and stab somebody.
If this was any other state outside of Texas, he would probably not be on trial for first-degree murder right now. Because you would have to prove premeditation. You would have to prove he came to the track meet looking to murder Austin Metcalf. But obviously, that's not the case. They didn't know each other. He went under the tent because it was raining, not to cause trouble. He went under the tent because his homie was there. Austin Metcalf came and an altercation took place. Now, him stabbing Austin Metcalf, I still can't get on board with. But do I think that this is just cold-blooded? This kid went to kill, like common sense will tell you that's not true at all. Now, we finally got an understanding of what the defense of Carmelo Anthony would be in their opening statement. And here's what they had to say.
But we have Cody Thomas. He's there right now and will be giving us notes throughout the day. This is defense attorney Mike Howard saying self-defense is useless if you wait until it is too late to use it. In that moment, when Austin makes the first physical contact, he reacts in a split, he meaning Carmelo Anthony reacts in a split second of fear and chaos. Well, why didn't he just walk away? There's an answer. After Carmelo defended himself, he ran. He didn't stab twice. He dropped the knife right by the tent on the bleachers. Instead of running to the exit, he goes onto the track and walks right up to a coach and stayed with this coach until that officer arrived. Let's bring back in our panel, see what they think about the defense side of things. So with us, trial attorney Mario Gallucci, former prosecutor Nicole DeBoard, and criminal defense attorney Joanna Nieves. Nicole, I'm going to start with you on this one because now we're getting more details, at least from the defense perspective, about what Carmelo Anthony did immediately after the stabbing. How important is that?
I think it's very important. And I think that the prosecution is going to harp on the idea that, well, if you're fleeing, then that we can use that as evidence that you have a consciousness of guilt. What the defense is going to say is exactly what you heard in the opening arguments. He wasn't fleeing at all. He was running to safety. He was running to the safety of an adult. And
Day one definitely went to Carmelo Anthony and his team. They did a brilliant job. Now, it gets even better for Carmelo Anthony. You know the narrative online. Man, Carmelo Anthony wasn't even supposed to be at the track meet. He wasn't even supposed to be at the tent. That narrative got actually... the Uno reverse card. Carmelo Anthony team actually introduced something that I don't think anybody knew or expected. Carmelo Anthony and his attorney, they did an Uno reverse on this narrative. Now, the same people who said Carmelo Anthony is guilty because he wasn't supposed to be at the track meet and he wasn't supposed to be under somebody else's tent, I wonder if they will keep that same energy now. So Carmelo Anthony's attorney says, Carmelo Anthony was actually scheduled for long jump, right? He was actually scheduled to compete at the track meet. Now, let's go. Now, Austin Metcalf tells Carmelo, you can't be here, you need to leave. Now, Austin Metcalf makes the first physical contact in spite of the warning, touch me and find out. In that split second, Carmelo has a decision to make, how and when to act. So he reacts in a split second of fear and chaos. He immediately says, I was defending myself. Now, here's the thing. We finally got the official measurements. Carmelo Anthony was 5'6", 130 pounds. Austin Metcalf was 6'2", 215. We find out in court that not only did Carmelo Anthony belong there and was supposed to be there and was scheduled to perform, but Austin Metcalf and his brother apparently left the last track meet early to go fishing. The coach got mad at them, and they were not supposed to be at that track meet. I guess they still showed up to show the coach they're still committed to the team, but they were not even supposed to be at that track meet because they left the last one to go fishing, and the coach told them, right, not to come to this track meet. All right. Now, the exact words were, I did not need him here, or I did not need him there. That was the coach's exact word. I did not need him here. So if that's the case, if Austin Metcalf was not supposed to be there, Carmelo Anthony was supposed to be there, Carmelo Anthony was talking to a friend under the tent, how could Austin Metcalf come and tell Carmelo Anthony he needs to go when he was not even supposed to be there in the first place? Now, does that matter in the grand scheme of things in terms of murder? I mean, those are details that help, right? But the only details here that really matter is in the moment, did Austin Metcalf do enough for Carmelo Anthony to justify deadly force? That's what they're going to be discussing. But all the character assassination, that needs to stop today, bro. All right, because to me, all the character assassination kind of got debunked in court. But we'll be covering this every day. Let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think? How do you guys think it's going currently? Do y'all believe that Carmelo Anthony will be found not guilty or guilty? Let me know, okay? If you're still watching this video, please.
That's the Flacco, man. Turn your water off right now. Man, shout out to Aunt Hefe, man. He one of my favorite no, you know what? Just shout out to Aunt Hefe, you know what I'm saying? He going through something unfortunate right now. You got Alex, man. See what you're talking about, Alex. Just reacting, man. I'm not.
Thanks for joining Street TV. Thanks for tapping in with Street TV. I'm joined by Angie Smalls, who went to Young Aunt Hefe's court date today. I believe he had an arraignment, and Angie Smalls was in the house. So tell the people what happened. What did you see? What did you witness today?
Okay, so I got there, right, and he was in the arraignment court. Is a little bit different than what I've experienced before, but long list of other people that they kind of group everybody in, bunch of appointments, bunch of lawyers. I'm sitting out in the hallway, right, and I had to check in, and the officer tells me she'll call me. She asked me who I was there for, and luckily I had just read the board, so I knew his
going to court so casually for nothing like that. So don't got nothing to do with it.
Instead of me just being like, "Oh, Young and Hefe," I said Marie Shellman, and she said, "Are you a supporter or a victim?" And I said supporter. And so she was like, "Okay, we're gonna come out and get you. We'll say his name when you can come into the court." And I was like, "Okay, cool." So I'm sitting out there, and I see a guy walk up, right? And this guy, he's talking on the phone. And I hear him say, and I kind of figured real quick, he was talking about Young and Hefe. He was a friend of Young and Hefe. And sorry, I had something in my tooth. I just ate lunch. And I'm hearing him on the phone, and he said that he knows the defense. I don't know if I'm going to put their business out there like that. This is just something I overheard, right?
Wait, he wasn't talking to you?
He wasn't talking to me.
So he was having a private phone call.
He was having a private phone call, but
right. I don't want to divulge his private phone call.
Okay. Yeah. He was speaking real loud though.
Sure.
Right, well, let me ask you, did you get a chance to talk to him after you heard him on the phone call?
I wanted to, and he did notice me when I went into the court because there wasn't anybody else there for Young and Hefe. It was me and this other guy. And I'm telling you, I put two and two together. I was like, he's talking about Young Ant.
All right. So, I don't want to talk about that guy unless you met him. You could have went up to him and maybe he was.
I'm going to tell you why I didn't, because I was going to introduce myself to him. I did say hi, and I was going to tell him, why I was there. He saw me taking notes, so he started kind of like eyeing me, and then I'll tell you what happened after we left, because I didn't talk to him when we were sitting inside, because I'm paying attention to the judge. But when we left, I'll tell you what happened afterwards. So anyways, go inside. He figures out, he starts eyeing me up, right? Because he's like, why is this girl taking notes? And I'm the only other person going inside the courtroom at the same time as him. And I was about to call Aunt Maurice. When I go inside, Johnny Gray and Young and Hefe are both inside of like the plexiglass area. So Johnny Gray, the judge referred to Johnny Gray as defendant number 1 and Aunt Hefe as defendant number 2. Johnny had a yellow jumpsuit on and young Aunt Hefe had a blue jumpsuit on. So maybe the significance of some of these small details. I don't really know, but that's what happened. So Johnny had his own lawyer. Young Aunt Hefe was there with a public defender.
How were you able to determine that?
Because I heard them say that.
Okay.
So Young Aunt Hefe doesn't have a lawyer. He probably has a lawyer now. So, and I'll tell you why I think that. But at the time, so the judge, there is a very short arraignment. The judge asks what both of their pleas are. They both say not guilty. And then she says that they have the right to a speedy arraignment. Do they want to waive their speedy arraignment? Because I think Johnny's lawyer, someone wanted to push the date back more. And the judge kind of assumed, I feel like she kind of assumed that they both wanted to waive that right to a speedy arraignment and they wanted to get more time, but they both declined to waive. It's kind of confusing because they both were allowed to like waive their right for an arraignment, but they both declined to waive it, meaning they want this shit to move very fast. So they did not waive their right to a speedy hearing. And it looks like Aunt Hefe didn't know what to say. Johnny was like, no, I don't want to waive it. And Johnny was like, I have other charges that I need to address. I just want to go home. He was like, I want to get this done as soon as possible. And then when they asked young Aunt Hefe, and they were standing 10 feet apart, they were not by each other. So they weren't like looking to each other or like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? They were both on the other sides of the plexiglass. I mean, they were on the same side, but they were separated. And so Johnny again had a lawyer, and the lawyer said he did not want to waive the right. And then they asked Maurice. So the guy that was sitting in front of me, he's looking at Aunt Hefe and he's like, do not waive it. Do not waive it. So Aunt Hefe is looking at him like, what do I do? Should I waive it and say I waive my right? And then it's going to prolong the process. Sometimes
I got to interrupt. You're saying that Johnny had a lawyer, but young Aunt didn't? But then you said you had a public defender though.
He did.
Okay, so the public defender would be Aunt's lawyer.
Okay.
So are you saying that young Aunt and the other defendant,
he's trying to say not paid lawyer
to the judge, or the lawyers doing the talking?
They both were talking to the judge. The judge was asking them
questions.
I don't know. They both, so they're on this side of the plexiglass. The public defender is right in front of Aunt Hefe, kind of like looking at him, like asking if he had any questions. And then Johnny had his lawyer right in front of him.
Okay. How when you said that they were standing 10 feet apart, were they separated by a barrier, or were they behind the same barrier where they could actually touch each other or reach each other?
They were behind the same barrier, but they were very far from each other.
Okay.
They were separated. It didn't look like they wanted them
like she deaf.
being able to say anything to each other. And honestly, they didn't look like they were, I don't want to say, it didn't look like they wanted to talk to each other, in my opinion. They didn't look like they were there as homies, in my opinion.
Okay. So they both said not guilty when asked.
Yes.
And what kind of talking did the lawyers do?
They didn't do very much. Johnny's lawyer did ask, the judge did ask him to come up to the podium. So when Johnny's lawyer said, no, we don't want to waive the right, I think the judge was a little taken back by that, because I think I'm just kind of speaking generally, but I feel like people that don't know the law, they're just going to be like, oh, wave the right. Okay, wave the right. You know what I mean? Like they don't really know what they're waving. You know, and they'll just say, okay,
know what you're
sure.
saying almost.
If it sounds like we're prolonging something, giving me more time, maybe. But that if you don't have a lawyer advising you, I feel like you still can make the wrong decision. I don't know. So anyways, I think the judge was kind of, she asked Johnny's lawyer to come up to the podium because she really kind of wanted more clarification. Like, why are you waving this right? So he did go up to the podium. They spoke. I couldn't hear them. And so they just said, and then that's the only time that Johnny spoke is when he said, I want to get this thing going. He was like, I have other charges I'm trying to address and I want to go home. So it sounds like they both think that, you know, they have chances. Obviously, you know, they're innocent to proving guilty. So they both think that they have a chance to get out of there is what it sounds like.
So when the judge was communicating with Johnny's lawyer and the lawyer went up to where the judge was at, did Johnny and the lawyer both go up to where the judge was at together?
No. The guys are behind the plexiglass. The lawyers are standing in front of them on the other side of the plexiglass.
I wonder if
Johnny's lawyer went up to the judge and had a conversation that you couldn't hear.
Yeah.
Okay. So how did they look? What was their?
I wonder. Man, shout out Alex Lonzo. He be covering in depth. I wonder if they That's my question, man. I wonder if Alex sent her to go there, sent Angie Smalls, or did she just go and she tapped in when her, she was like, oh yeah, call me. We gonna get online. You know, I don't know. Wonder how this came about.
I mean, like.
And Heavy, he was sitting down when I first walked in, you know, and then he stood up. He didn't look scared. I mean, he looked kind of normal. He kind of looked
Frank
just
Sinatra. I know.
You know, maybe it's because he saw his friend there.
Poor Angie.
And he didn't look too worried, in my opinion. Like, again, there was no one there supporting other than that guy that I saw, that I noticed. I thought there would have been, like, maybe I would have ran into Trap Lore or somebody from No Jumper. You know, I thought I heard Lush down the hall for a second. I mean, I thought somebody would have showed up today. And no one did. So he seemed, again, I mean, I don't know him. I've never met him in person, but he seemed like he was just doing the formality. He showed up. You know, I don't know if he noticed in me because, again, I kind of stood out because when they called the person, the defendant, that's when you're allowed in the courtroom. So they see, oh, you're like, he's like, why is this girl coming in for me? I don't know if he was wondering that, but I came in when they brought him out.
But isn't that court pretty crowded with other people in other cases?
Yeah, but they were very like sequenced, you know, like they told me wait outside until we call out your case.
Okay.
So the court was it wasn't packed. Like when I went to the David trial, it was freaking people. It was like packed rows. It wasn't like that. It was like empty rows everywhere. It was like 8 empty rows. And it was the lawyers up there. So the guy that was sitting in front of me, he was trying to talk to Aunt Hefe's public defender. And then the police security told him he could not. She was like, you cannot interfere with their discussion. Like, who are you? You know, he was like, well, I don't know who he is, if he's a family member or what, but she was like, you can't interfere with their discussion. You can't advise right now. She was like, you could wait and talk to him when they're done. So she didn't let him go up. He like wanted to go talk to his defender. But the security guard stopped him. So he sat back down. And again, he's sitting right in front of me and I'm right behind him. And he turns back, he looks at me and I'm all hi. And he just looked at me and he just turned back around. Like, I think he knew, he was like, okay, this girl's with the media. I think he immediately could surmise that. And so so that was really all that happened in court. They asked him if they're, you know, what they wanted to enter as plea. They both said not guilty. They both are not waiving their right. They have their next court date, June 17th.
Hell no, it's not just you, Frank.
I'll let you, I wrote some notes about that, Alex. I'm going to need you to kind of guide me on what it means. I know the date is June 17th, but she said 8 of 10. She kept saying 8 of 10, and I don't know what that means.
Did you say 8 of 10 and then add preliminary hearing after that?
I'll go through my notes and remember, because I told you I got more notes.
Okay.
The audio.
Ask you this, is
8 of 10 preliminary hearing. Yes or no?
June 17th going to be in that same courtroom, or they're going to move it out?
No, it's
in the same courtroom. Alex mad.
And I do have the department.
Which that's you were in Department 30, right?
Yeah, but it's not in the same department the next time.
All right. Any last last words before we wrap this up?
Yeah. So when I left, I followed that guy out, right? Because I wanted to introduce myself and let him know I was there in
Alex
support
don't hear all that.
of Young Ant, and everybody's innocent until.
I'll tell you right now, Alex is not trying to hear what you heard on the private. Like I was listening on the sneak tip type.
Proven guilty, and I wanted to let him know that, right? But he immediately went up to, I think there was a lawyer. I don't know if he was intentionally introducing himself. The lawyer was like, "Hey, I'm a lawyer," or they already planned to meet. So he immediately linked up with a lawyer in the hallway, and I followed them. And I just didn't feel right interrupting them. But he noticed I was following them, and he was looking at me like, "Who the fuck are you? Like, why are you following me?" So I wanted to, if he was by himself, I would have been like, "Hey," but that lawyer just kind of grouped up with him, and then they went on their own floor. So I didn't get to introduce myself, but I wanted to. But it looks like he's getting him a lawyer ASAP.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for tapping in with the Young Ant Hefe trial, perhaps.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And
Sorry.
hopefully on June 17th, they'll set a date for the preliminary hearing. And maybe if you're not too busy, you can stop by and see what happens on June 17th.
Hey, I'll be there for Street TV.
Yeah, I think I'll pull up too.
Okay, dope.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Angie. Have a good one.
You're welcome.
So maybe
Bye,
they
guys.
just linked
So
in.
and Hefe,
Hey man, shout out this dude right here, man. We gonna rock to his video right here, man. Shout out to this young man right here, man. Gangland meme, you know what I'm saying? Let me get my my little minimal sound effects, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my dog right here, you know what I'm saying? Gangland meme and you know what I'm saying? This motherfucker be dropping, you know what I'm saying? He be getting there every day, fam, putting in content. And it just don't be on this no jumper, bro. It be on all kind of stuff. And it's entertaining, bro. Hit the Instagram, hit the Cash App, hit the like, subscribe, content. Go find his channel. Go on Twitch if you on there, man. Gangland Name, man. And of course, you know, shout out Drea the Virgo. Let's go. See what it's all linked in. Oh boy, and Hefe. Oh boy, Betty Nash
is now making content. We all know he locked up. Free and Hefe. He say he ain't do nothing. Just get some tissue. Straight like that. If that's what he say, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out Gangland Name, you don't know him. Another thing is, and Hefe already making content from the cell. Get it.
So and Hefe is now making content. We all know he locked up. Free and Hefe. He say he ain't do nothing. He was getting some tissue. Straight like that. If that's what he say, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? He's locked up right now. We heard many different stories about what's going on. He called in a no jumper briefly, vaguely, said what was going on, but we heard all kind of stuff. One crazy story that I did hear was that and Hefe had something to do with baby Yui's murder, which anybody who know that's just like some of the craziest stuff. Now this story came from.
No, I don't be liking to cover like, you know, unalivings and all this depression, you know what I'm saying? But this, you know, it's Friday, let's run it. Nah, not like that though. But
Seti Nash. I didn't look too much into it because when I heard what I heard, I was just like, oh, I know that's Monk, so I didn't think anything of it. But and Hefe has something to say about it. He didn't like it, and we gonna get into that.
Some go to his channel, man. He do it every episode.
What's the righteous word? It's your boy Gangland Neiman, aka Neiman, I before the E. Man.
I think my guy does it. He does it every single time he does an episode. You know what I'm saying? That's not just pre-recorded.
Golly, I don't know. Y'all remember that. And we back with another video. New video. Shout out all my good subs. Really appreciate y'all. You know it. I know it has to be frustrating for Aunt Hefe being down like this and then people making all kind of stories, same with Brick, but you know, I think Aunt Hefe do know that's the nature of the business, but I thought this one story was crazy. I don't know where Seti Nash got that from. I don't know, bro. You know what I mean? But I thought that was wild. But content is content to some people. So that's how it go. Hefe has something to say about that. Now, if this is your first time to the channel, like and describe off the back. Off the back, don't troll me if this is your first time to the channel. Shame on you. Shame on you. But we're going to get into these comments from Hefe. Shout out Hefe. He sound like he in good spirits. You feel me? He creating from the cell or whatever. But yeah, let's get into this.
I'll say that about Hefe, man. He do sound like he in good spirits, like he sound like he missed a step, and that's a good, big, powerful thing. And anything you go through, man, like for real, like seriously, like anything you go through, you got to stay strong, because when you start defeating yourself, you know, one, that's not good, but two, is gone. The energy is just going to carry with you. Macaroni dinosaurs. Wow.
Yeah, this is what I'm gonna say. I don't quite understand that either. Again, I don't know what people got going on. Seti Nash been in this far longer than me, reporting on things, doing shit far longer than me. But when I saw that, I was just like, damn, you know what I mean? I don't know. I just thought that was crazy because I'm like, damn, we gonna and by the way, you know what I'm saying? R.I.P. Bari too. You know what I mean? R.I.P. Bari. But I'm just like, why would we try to tie that to that? Like, I don't know if he was doing some clickbait. I don't know. You know what I mean? Because I know I heard him say that. I don't know the full. I was just like, why would he even say that? And I don't know who's saying that. Who's saying that? Some shit just be kind of crazy to me. You know what I mean? And you supposed to be from the section too, and it's just like, damn, doggy, like, what was that about? It just like, I don't know. Like I said, Seti Nash been doing this shit for a cold minute. I feel like Seti Nash channel do pretty good. I think he got like 300,000 subscribers. He got like 4 channels or something like that. Like, damn, bro, we need like
they got 4
content or clips like that. You know what I'm saying? Not only like putting that on Ant or you know what I mean, putting him in that story, but even just bringing that back up. You know what I mean? For everyone, I just thought like, damn, that's like, I don't know. I just didn't understand that. But you know, let's continue. Reacting is reporting, just so people know too, because I was kind of confused on that as well. Like, oh, reaction, that's a form of reporting as well, especially when you have a fan base of people who come to you for different stories. You know what I mean? Because they know you're gonna have a take on it, some details or whatever. It is reporting. But again, just like Hefe is saying here, I wasn't even gonna mention none of the like the street shit, like yo, the 8 trays in the neighborhoods, like niggas out here already know to deal with that. Like, so to not just it's Hefe, but Hefe from 8 tray got something to do with that is just like, I don't quite understand what niggas was trying to do with that one, man. For real, that should be dangerous, man. I don't know, but I don't know, man. I find this confusing too. I won't lie to nobody. Like I was thrown off when I heard that.
Man was manners hat in the background, and the guy that's talking about his neighborhood in the 60s, why would he fix his mouth to come out on the internet? It ain't for no sake of no content. Why would he fix his mouth to come out on the internet and say that I'm in jail for killing somebody from 60s? You know what I'm saying? And then, it's going to be lit. This summer's going to be lit. It's going up. This is how trash these dudes is, man. Like, for real, anybody telling any of you guys out there who's not up the street like any gangs and dudes telling y'all, don't join gangs and stuff like that. This is a prime example why you wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? Because the goofies that these guys allow into their community. And I'm not taking no shot at the 60s or anything like that because I'm really hoping that he's not of these guys' community. You know what I'm saying? I'm hoping that it was a joke and I'm hoping that he paid, you know what I'm saying, to come over there and I'm hoping that he's paid to rep because this is a bad look and this is a black eye to the game. The dudes continuously, you know what I'm saying, show that they're goofies and that they don't care what come out their mouth. I don't understand this coming from guys that stand up from the streets or guys that get on the internet talking about different gangs. Like, this is the stuff of the poetic Flacco. You know what I'm saying? Like, now Flacco, I'm gonna get to him next. He's gonna be like one of my next segments, but I'm not even mad at Flacco because this is something that a Flacco would do. This is something that a Flacco would do. A City Nash, a guy that thinks he's high on my hill, I got the bag, I'm rich rolling and this and that. Like, bro, you need to put your flag all the way down, bro. You need to put it down, you know what I'm saying? Because you are the goofy. Like, what type of member, like whether you a gang member or a member, like who reports this type of stuff? Like who makes this stuff up and reports this type of stuff? Then I heard that guy even came out and reported something before that. So, like I said, I'm gonna get to everything one by one. You know what I'm saying? So I heard that there was something else circling around that I was in jail for a guy from Peplo, you know what I'm saying, who happened to pass away in a taco truck the day before my arrest. So first and foremost, I heard that he couldn't get in with this story. That this was what I was in jail for. And then he had the nerve to come out his mouth and say, man, I didn't explain in the story. If he killed this dude in a taco truck like that in cold blood, he deserved everything he got coming to him. Like one dude that's saying he's from a notorious gang comes out their mouth and say this type of shit. Like you cannot make this up. And for real, and I'm not gonna lie, man, I sit here every day in this cell while I'm back to freedom, and I just like, man, I can't understand these dudes. I cannot understand these dudes that's playing the community. And I think these dudes always can't be behind them because if they are, they have to be police. And like for real, Nas, you know, said something real controversial years ago. He said hip hop was dead. And I'm telling you, the street is dead. You know what I'm saying? The street is dead. Not that I want them to be alive, but the street is dead. The thing that you got dudes claiming to be members or claiming to be of these communities coming to the internet, reading police reports and validating police reports. To be the truth, man, this shit is over with, man. Like who does that? And all these dudes claim to be hardcore dudes and heyday. I was on that, man. You wouldn't know nothing but the police, man. Like those people saying, like you can't hide. You can't hide. Like we'll see. A lot of these dudes, man, have blue and red blood, man. Blue, red, and white police officers, man. It's just something I wanted to speak on. And you know, to the dudes out there in the 60s that's really out the community, man. I hope y'all really reprimand this dude, man. I hope y'all really tell this dude to keep y'all set out his mouth because he don't deserve. He don't deserve no back from nobody. You know what I'm saying? Or everything. Y'all just need to tell him to continue doing his job as a reporter and as a crisis actor. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what he's good at. You know what I'm saying? But not deserve to have Seattle Melo in the background and say he's from this community and is high ranking or something like that. It's the way these dudes talk. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm
name crazy with that soundboard. He wild.
behavior of this man as of recently. And like I said, we're gonna come day by day to address everything. Again, you know, I'm not the guy in jail for big Utah murders, you know what I'm saying? I didn't have anything to do with that, you know what I'm saying? I was nowhere in the area when that thing happened. And as I said, when that first happened, I am a guy who, you know what I'm saying, reacted to it, you know what I'm saying? Probably reacted to like 3 different segments of that. So, you know, it's just funny though, and that was just crazy, you know, when I heard that. And I'm not gonna say that, oh, I can't believe he did that because like I said, the writing's on the wall. You feel me? Like he's a crisis actor, you know what I'm saying? He's on paperwork, he's an ex-blood, you know, his brother already came out, you know, put him out there, you know, your family members, they know all of that. So, you know, most of the time, you know, family members coming out there saying things, you know, you go to the bank with it, you know what I'm saying? If it ain't no hate into this situation, I don't think it's any hate in that. It's just the proof in the pudding, you know what I'm saying? Just how dudes moving. Dudes can make their mouth say anything, you know what I'm saying? And dudes' actions is proven worthy of the things that their mouth is saying, you know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, again, you know, it's ugly that big family has to go through this and they have to hear that and this has to come up again, anything like that, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure his family already mourning to death. The father's already in jail fighting his case, and you got buffoons that's claiming their community coming out talking about that. I am the one responsible for what happened. With that being said, y'all already know we're gonna conclude this there, man. It's your boy Young and Hefe. Don't care about number what the sex say. Make sure you go ahead and like and subscribe because it don't cost you nothing. The person that's
Yeah.
And if you ring that notification bell, I'm gonna bring you mail. You know what I'm talking about? My boy bringing the mail from lockup. You heard? Must got a cold team working with him. But look,
shout out.
Yeah, again, like I said, I don't know much about. I don't know any beef that him and City Nash have like prior to this incident. But it almost sounds like I don't know, he might got something on him. He talking about the nigga used to be a blood and he paid to be from the community. This is what I say ultimately. That's why I didn't really have much as far as commentary with what he was saying because I feel like he just want to get that off. But this is what I will say. I feel like I don't know. I be telling y'all that all the time. I feel like we got an obligation, whether you're reacting, whether you're doing commentary videos, whether you are doing journalism and reporting the news on a street level, a mass media level. However, bro, I feel like your platform, you got like a responsibility with your platform. And it's not me to like, I ain't telling Seti to do shit. Like I said, Seti been doing this far longer than me. But I just feel like, damn, man, I feel like you know what I mean? Like you got a responsibility, bro, when you reporting this stuff. And hey, you gonna get things wrong. Like just what we doing, like, you know what I'm saying? You're going to get things wrong. You're going to be off on stuff or whatever when it comes to actual news, like this kind of stuff, cases or whatever. You got to cover that. I'll be wrong with just situations I'm reacting to, whatever, but that is my opinion. But I feel like when you're breaking down actual things that's going on, like an arrest being made, they saying robbery and murder, this, that, and the other. I think you got to try to do your due diligence to find out what exactly is going on if you're going to report on it. Again, sometimes you will be wrong with details and you might have a story wrong and this, that, and the other, but just some of the stuff that I've seen with this specifically, like, damn, people just making up all kind of scenarios. I don't know what went on. I don't know nothing behind the scenes or anything like that. And Hefe called it a no jumper. He said, I don't got nothing to do with nothing. He sound unbothered. He like, yo, I don't have nothing to do with no unaliving, so I don't have anything to worry about. You get me? But you got people putting fake cars of his at scenes. You got people saying he got something to do with unalivings. It's just like, I don't know, man. That shit's wild. And I think it can be dangerous. Again, like I just feel like we got a responsibility when we on these platforms in front of these microphones reporting whatever it is we reporting to. As far as news, you can sit up here and give your opinion on whatever, right? But when you covering actual shit, like a nigga got a real case going on, I feel like, damn, you owe it to the people, everybody involved to, like, you know what I'm saying, report that shit, you know, as truthfully, as honest as possible. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. That's a wild one though. Because when I heard that, I was just like, what? I didn't know Hefe would be making no content from the big house, but that nigga definitely wanted to speak on that, and I'm not mad at him because that's wild. You know what I'm saying? Said Nash probably gonna have something to say about that. We'll see. But for anybody looking for any kind of marketing or promotion when it comes to this YouTube content creation, make sure y'all tap in with Drea the Virgo on Instagram. Again, that's Drea the Virgo on Instagram. Serious.
For real. Tap in.
Inquiries only. She working with a bunch of different content creators throughout all the sectors. She can help you with anything from views to viewer retention, thumbnails, monetization, copyright strikes, whatever it is. Make sure y'all tap in with Drea the Virgo on Instagram. But what I like y'all to do is comment down below, man. Let me know what y'all think of this, man. Was that out of pocket for Seti Nash to do? Or is it, hey, is he content creating? I don't know. I think it's a little different when it's real people's lives and there's actual facts of cases and you just throwing things out there. But I don't know, man. Y'all let me know in the comments. It's your boy Gangland Neem. Peace. Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so.
This one.
Look like Spody Face done quit. No jumper. Look like Munchie B done quit.
Man. It's crazy over here. Excuse me, y'all. Ooh, get smoked in court. I don't even open it.
realize there are way cheaper car insurance options out there. So if your rates have gone up or they're already just code and basic info.
Holiday is accused of multiple criminal charges in Montgomery and Davidson counties, including attempted murder.
Free.
Well, the online streamer known as Chud The Builder is back in court today. Built and Etherley is accused of multiple criminal charges in Montgomery and Davidson counties, including attempted murder. This morning, he skipped his appearance in Davidson County General Sessions Court. However, he did show up for his bond hearing in Montgomery County this afternoon. The judge decided to keep his bond at $1 million, which must be paid out by at least 10 different bond companies. Well, his case has been sent over to the grand jury.
So if y'all didn't catch that, not only are they keeping his bond at $1 million, they're not going to let one person pay it. It has to come from 10 different people because they put a cap on the amount each individual person can pay. So you got a content creator offering to throw up some money. You have a gambling site owner willing to throw up some money. But the judge is like, nah, we're going to add more stipulations on this. You're going to need 10 different people to put all of this money together just to get you out.
We're going to file a motion this afternoon to set that aside. We're going to file a motion. I'm going to file a motion to dismiss the whole case. And I'm going to ask that the court look at the video and see what I've seen. So we'll see what happens there. I understand that Mr. Etherly has caused members of the community to be offended. I understand that. But that's not a factor in raising bail. That's not a justification to hold him for effectively without bail. We have sources here today. And I have, not in addition to the Give, Send, Go money that's been raised, there's a gentleman back here named Alex Rosen who makes a lot of money online doing a pretty noble thing. He has this show or podcast or whatever you call it these days called Poaching Predators, I think.
Man, he was the dude that was doing this stuff with Gideon, man. And
Predator poachers.
So the lawyer is straight up saying, look, my client's pissed off half the population of the United States of America, but that isn't a reason to keep him in jail. And we even have somebody with a lot of money that's willing to put a lot of money on the line to get him released. Now, he's speaking about 27-year-old Alex Rosen, and I know that's a hard 27 right there, but this guy's content is literally running down and catching predators state to state, figuring out who's doing what, creep shit, this and that, running down on them and getting their asses locked up. And to be honest with you, I support that. I love that. I don't really give a fuck what his personal beliefs are. What he's doing is a service to the community, and he's saving kids. Now, he is a self-proclaimed First Amendment activist, I think. I'll let him further explain who he is in the video because he's going to come up and actually speak in the courtroom. But his job is literally running down and catching predators. Now, if he aligns himself with Chud the Builder, that doesn't take away from what he does for the community.
And he makes about 6 figures a month. And from what my discussions with Mr. Rosen, his efforts have led to the arrest of some 90 different suspected pedophiles this year alone. So totally legit source of income. He's willing to post the bail. But the order from Judge Poland said we're not allowed to use the Give, Send, Go.
That's it, though.
There's about 300,000 there, so we could post that bail there also. And there's been rumors circulating all about this online. There is some owners of a casino called Duel who want to post his bail also. I can't probably get that approved by this court, but they're a foreign corporation, Judge, and I can't get the person here to testify. However, I believe they're working with Mr. Leverson's bonding company to put $1 million in his account so that he has the collateral should Mr. Etherly fail to appear, the whole collateral. And that's in addition to Mr. Leverson's insurance fund that he has.
I'll be honest with you, this is insane. They got a guy that makes 6 figures a month exposing predators, willing to hand over some money. They have a Give, Send, Go, which is like a GoFundMe with over 300,000 in it. They have a online betting app, whatever, that's willing to hand over $1 million or a ton of money. They have multiple different ways to pay this off, and it's getting denied. All of it is getting denied. They're putting a cap on who can pay what. They're saying they need it from 10 different people. I don't even know if I agree with this. You cannot like everything he's done or whatever he stands for, but to have all these sources of revenue and your freedom legally blocked sounds insane.
The facts of the matter of this particular case here, given Mr. Etherly's business venture, which is Chud the Builder, is live streaming certain interactions with Black people, saying derogatory things. We know what that is.
The way he said Black people almost sounded derogatory.
Causing an interaction and a response from certain Black people on the street. I've been doing it for probably close to a year now. That's his stated purpose: incite and provoke Black people for a response. And that's what he did on May 13th here. No legitimate purpose for being at the courthouse that day. He had missed court at 9 o'clock. This is all proof that came out in the preliminary hearing. Mr. Fox, however, was here on a child support matter with his wife to begin at 1:30.
Okay, this is new, and this is something we haven't heard before. Everybody was under the impression that the victim in this case, Joshua Fox, pulled up on Chud the Builder because he heard he was going to be there, right? So everyone was saying, oh, well, this guy had every intent on a confrontation. But now we're hearing Chud missed court at 9 a.m., came back at a later time in which this guy is saying Chud really had no reason to be there, versus the victim was at the courthouse due to a child support matter with his wife. So he actually had court, not Chud, which changes a lot of things because everyone was like, oh, Chud was supposed to be there. This guy must have caught Chud coming out of the courthouse. This also explains how Chud had a firearm at the courthouse because he wasn't going in. He was outside with his gun.
We have tracked through video the exact moments that all parties arrived on the
This is
courthouse
the good
campus.
coverage, Blocko.
Mr. Fox and his wife arrived about 1:08 from North 3rd Street and proceed to go to the main entrance and just sit on those concrete planters. Mr. Etherly probably makes it to the parking lot about 1:12, starts walking across. That's on the North 2nd Street side, starts walking across, selfie stick in hand, immediately walks right in front of Mr. and Mrs. Fox. And now we don't have audio yet of it, but he stops right at Mr. and Mrs. Fox, and what can only be assumed, it starts his live streaming right there. The same thing he does.
So they're saying the victim was at court before Chud. Chud shows up after with his selfie stick, walks up, and they don't know what said. They don't have the audio at this time, but they are assuming Chud did what he normally does. Again, a lot of the Chud defenders were saying, oh, he wasn't even streaming. He was there for court, da-da-da. That whole argument now is thrown out. Chud showed up when he didn't have court with his selfie stick to stream and immediately walked up to the victim, initiating this whole interaction.
Black people, he can see. That happens for maybe a minute right there. Mr. Etherly walks away, selfie stick in his right hand. He's still looking back at Mr. Fox over here. Mr. Fox is looking at him. Mr. Fox does get up and approach Mr. Etherly. Mr. Etherly switches his selfie stick to the left hand. He puts his right hand in his suit pocket. This is prior to any physical interaction. Mr. Fox walks away from him. He comes back. Mr. Etherly is trying to reach something out of his pocket. Just common sense says it's the firearm because he has the selfie stick in his left hand. And then Mr. Fox strikes him as the gun comes out. 7 shots are fired within seconds.
So Chud started the interaction with the victim, walking up to the first black person he saw at the courthouse, selfie stick in hand. About a minute goes by, he walks away. The victim walks up to him. Chud switches the selfie stick to his left hand, reaches down for his gun. This is before anything physical happened. As he's struggling to pull the gun, the victim swings at him, and then 7 shots go off in a matter of seconds.
5 of them, I believe, struck Mr. Fox as they went to the ground fighting. That is the case. He has posted things on X, made other videos on X on what his intent is. For instance, on May 4th of this year on X, he posted, "Keep encouraging your fellow blacks to assault me. When you see a chimp with their brains blown out on the timeline, just know y'all did this to your own people."
Damn. I ain't gonna lie, that's a crazy thing to be said in a courtroom. Like I can't even think that Chud sitting there like, yeah, that was a good post. Like, no, that was horrible.
May 7, 2016. This is 6 days before this event. Chud the Builder posts on X, "I will defend my life with lethal force. Do not approach me with intent to threaten bodily harm." And then he posts another response to himself. "Series finale is dead chimp on the pavement and you monkeys riding when I walk free. Stay tuned."
Did y'all notice how the judge heard that and looked down like he's writing a note? This does not seem to be going in Chud's favor whatsoever. I mean, hearing things like that being said in court and then knowing that you walked up to somebody first, you really had no reason to be there. I mean, you have every right to be there, but you didn't have a purpose in being there, right? There's no reason Chud can't go to a public courthouse. It's public. Let's get that straight. He doesn't necessarily need a reason to be there, but the purpose of him being there was, again, to stream and do what he normally does. He walks up to the victim, which is apparently the first black person he saw, initiates the interaction, and then what follows.
That's just one that shows his motive and intent on what his business model is. Does it rise to provocation when he then takes to the street and interacts with black people to get a response? Could very easily be provocation, which negates any self-defense, or the proportionality of the force used by Mr. Etherly to a punch in the face. He uses deadly force. Mr. Etherly has to reasonably believe of imminent danger of death or serious bodily injury in that confrontation with Mr. Fox.
Now, again, he's using Chud's online presence, how he purposely goes out looking for reactions, as provoking. And when you provoke someone, your self-defense claim is out the window. But then he's also breaking down, look, Chud got punched in the face. We're not denying that. But he responded with 7 shots from a firearm. That's deadly force. And to use deadly force, you have to believe your life is about to end or you're about to be seriously injured. And a punch to the face doesn't qualify as 7 shots in return.
Now, these posts weren't done in a vacuum. These posts were part of back and forths between Mr. Etherly and several other folks, many of which were making threatening remarks to him. So saying he can defend his life with, or that I'll defend my life with lethal force is the right of every American. Everybody in this country has the right to do that. Everybody in the world ought to have the right to do that.
And with that, I agree. If you're sending death threats and he's like, look, I'll defend my life with lethal force. Yeah, I agree. 100%. I'm sure just from the online messages I get, I already know the shit that he gets is probably 100 times worse. You know what I mean? Like, I'm exposing people like rappers and whatever. I still get crazy messages. So no, I don't think he's wrong with that. That's a right that he has. But did he exercise it at the right time? Was his life actually in jeopardy by being punched in the face? And then the whole thing about saying a chimp, like, now you crossing a line.
While offensive, was also done in response to threats to him. I believe the post he was responding to was something about the other season finales. Mr. Etherly, gunshot wound to the head or something to that effect. So he just gave back what he was getting, essentially. Now, he's been streaming for about 6 months, Judge. Not, I understand he's a white man saying racially bad things that upset folks. I get that. But he still has his First Amendment. And regardless of whether it's offensive by the general population, he has to be allowed to speak when he wants to speak, unless it breaks the law. And it's not illegal yet to say those things. It might be illegal in Great Britain, but it's not illegal here.
So the thing is, if you want the right to freedom of speech and you don't want to end up like the UK, where if you say something online, you literally go to jail, you have to accept everything that comes with free speech. Does that mean that I align or agree with what he's been saying? No, absolutely not. But the thing is, you can't pick and choose when it comes to free speech. It's either everything is accepted or we are completely censored.
I don't care if he says offensive things. They'll be mad at him if they want to, but we can't prosecute him for that. And we can't hold him to a different standard for that. He's still an American citizen. He has the right to say whatever he wants to say. Some certain exceptions, but he hasn't done anything like that. And whatever was said to Mr. Fox by Mr. Etherly doesn't warrant a physical attack. Mr. Fox had no legal justification for striking Mr. Etherly, and he struck him in the back of the head. And if we are able to get the proof from, wherever on the internet, we're hoping we can get it from, we're still early in the game, but I believe the proof is going to show that Mr. Etherly didn't say anything racially charged until Mr. Fox started threatening to kill him.
Now that's a game changer right there. The prosecutor said Chud was hit in the face. The defense is saying he got hit from behind. And he didn't say anything racially charged until the victim in this case was threatening to kill him. Now, if you're threatening to kill somebody and then you swing on them and they pop you, I'm leaning more towards self-defense, to be honest with you. You're threatening to kill me and then you hit me from behind. I don't even know what I've been hit with at that point. I don't know if you hit me with a weapon or not. But that also doesn't align with what the prosecutor was saying. The prosecutor said he switched the go stick over to here and then drew the gun, So it's like, we're really going to need the video because obviously there's going to be 2 different perspectives and the truth is going to lie in the middle of this situation. But saying words doesn't justify hands getting put on, belt to ass. How many videos can we find of people walking up to cops, provoking cops, saying fuck you to a cop, and then that cop puts hands, feet, boots, mace, and tasers on them? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, does the law only apply to the law? Because if you walk up to a cop and you say, fuck you, this and that, da da da, there's videos of people getting beat into the fucking ground and arrested for that.
I'm a big believer.
So this judge's mic is ass. I don't know what the fuck they have him talking into, but basically he keeps Chud's bond at $1 million, and then he even puts a GPS and a curfew if he is to be released.
We have a group we catch online child predators across the country called Predator Poachers, and I'm from Houston, Texas, but we've been to all 50 states. We've helped get arrests pretty close to here, like in Rutherford County and Cheatham County, I think is how you say. So we've been literally all over the place. And yeah, so I've been doing this for 7 years since I was 19 years old. I'm 26 years old now, and I employ 20 people.
That's a rough 26. But
26?
Hey, half $1 million in the account, started when you were 19, not college educated, and literally found your own lane in life, creating content that's positively affecting the community. Shout out to you, bro.
So I'm hoping to bond him out. You know, I myself am a free speech absolutist, and yeah, I just don't.
The hell is that? Okay, let's you said racist wrong, but I don't know.
I'm going to pick right.
So he's saying he is here to support the First Amendment, freedom of speech, doesn't believe Chud should be in jail, and he is willing to pay up $100,000 of his own money, which essentially gets denied by the judge. And I mean, this has to be one of the worst feelings if you're Chud, because you're thinking that, damn, I've got people coming through for me. This guy's got 100,000. This guy's got this much. And the judge is like, nah, we're not doing none of that. You're staying in there. You got to get 10 different people. You might have 3, you might have 5. You need 10 different sources of income before we let you out, which in my opinion is crazy.
Put any fears to rest from the court that if Mr. Etherly did show that there wouldn't be funds to come to the county. I mean, county
I just want to know what this $1 million.
A lot of gambling folks. A lot of folks like to gamble.
It's actually illegal activity.
But it's not in Armenia, which I think is where they. Yes, sir. I hope Tennessee.
Oh, so the judge clapped that real quick. Apparently, the online gambling site is in Armenia, and the judge is like, look, you can't even use that in Tennessee legally. We're not accepting any money from them. I don't care if it's $1 million or $2 million. And here we can just see Chud getting up in defeat, walking back to the tank before being transported back to the county jail. So I call that getting smoked in court, because he thought he had the defense down. He thought he had the funds. People are coming up with money, offering money in support of freedom of speech, regardless of whether it's hateful rhetoric or antagonizing, whatever. People are supporting the First Amendment. They're willing to throw money, and it basically all gets denied. The prosecutors are saying one thing, look, this is how it happened. Chud had no reason to be there. He walked up to the victim first and started this. The defense is saying our client got struck from behind. We don't have the video. Hopefully we can get the video. This is all over the place, but it's not looking good for Chud. They're completely blocking out his way of funding his defense. His lawyer does not have the videos backing his claims. And they've completely destroyed the whole theory that Chud was there for court when this guy went out of his way to track and find and confront him. Come to find out, the victim had child support court. Chud approached him and popped this whole thing off. Let me know y'all's thoughts and comments in the comments section. It's 1090 Jake. I'm rocking with y'all. Y'all rocking with me. Till next time.
By 1993, the
Him, my dude, my fellow Gemini, man. T-Red. Selling out one moment, cracking you up the other moment, being real the other moment. Shout out back on Fig, though. Let me see if he's going to put Flacco in his place. It's going to be funny, I know.
Flacco is in danger, man, and let me tell you why. This might be the last straw. His most recent videos are identifying and placing people at the scene of a crime with no facts. People in Los Angeles and gang members in Los Angeles are sick and tired of Flacco. They are sick and tired of him mocking gang culture. They're sick and tired of him mocking LA culture when he came out here and he got his start from Los Angeles and a Los Angeles platform. You would think he has a little bit more respect since he got his start from Los Angeles, but he doesn't. He despises all gang members. I mean, to a certain extent, hey, you feel me? He despises anybody that has and does criminal activity, but you can't place people at crime scenes without having facts. And people are upset about this. They are already upset about the Draco thing. Now that Aunt Hefe is in jail and he placed Aunt Hefe at a crime scene that's just like non-existent, people are upset and they're going crazy about it. But he doesn't care. He stays mocking LA gang culture like this.
Let me tell you how slow LA Crip Mac is a dumb who grew up in the suburbs of Chino Hills and had IEP classes. He moved to LA and now he a tiny little general and got LA calling him OG. Yo.
That was actually funny and sad at the same time. We have to do better as a community, or it's going to be a lot more people disrespecting us and clowning us and thinking we out here just some foolery, because that's ridiculous. Okay, but that doesn't give Flacco an excuse to do anything that he's doing now. And I know, you feel me? But this ain't Flacco first rodeo. Flacco been doing this since he came to No Jumper. Since he landed in Los Angeles, he's been wreaking havoc across the city. Wow, I'm talking about everybody want to come up to him, get him, strangle him, do everything they needed to do, man. In the first,
trying to fit in so bad though, and he wiggled his way in though, man.
His first people was, I'm talking about 100 Southsiders. They came up to No Jumper and said, we are looking for him. He is a must. We need him. He's a must, no-fly zone. He needs to go ASAP. And they wasn't playing, you feel me? And do you know Flacco defense? He wanted to stay and do the content, but we was like, this ain't content. This ain't content. Everybody was like, can we not stand up here? Duno had to stay. AD backed up Duno. Adam scary. I said, no, I'm gone. I'm not doing this. But ultimately, that really led, if you want to know the truth, that really led to Duno really not messing with Adam, because Adam didn't want to delete that content off his page because he said, look, this is going to be detrimental to what I got going on because this is real street stuff. But Flacco been doing this, man. Look, watch this video, man. He got everybody going crazy all at the office.
Okay. All right.
Hold on, we out here. Much needed today. You know what I'm saying? Wait a minute. Yeah.
100 Southsiders come up to the building. I don't know if I would have did that, but hey, that's what Flacco want to do, man. He's been set out on a mission to make sure he is ruffling feathers in these YouTube streets, and that's what he's been doing since day one. Some say it's just getting worse. Some say it's getting better, and his content's getting better. But look, man, content is content, but sometimes you can go overboard. But it's been one person that has got up on Flacco, man. It's been one person that got up on him. You feel me? And it's not just been LA streets. It's been everywhere, bro. They tried to touch every region, man, and ruffle every feather in every state, man. You feel me? Not LA gang culture specifically has been that right now. He's been focused on that. But one person got up on Flacco, man, because he's been doing his thing for a very long time.
Bro, hey, stop playing before I say bro, do it.
Hey, no. Watch out. We ain't doing anything. No, man. Put this on your own. Stop playing with me, boy.
Shout out to my boy AD, man. That's all I'm trying to tell you, bro. Gonna be there for you no matter what. He gonna take up for you, gonna protect you, gonna make sure he in the middle of people that he loves, his homies. Real deal, people. That's why I mess with AD. I never turn my back on bro because he's always been there, man, as a friend. You feel me? As a business partner, bro. But look, check this out. This is to all the game bangers. This is to all the LA podcasters. Flacco would never put himself in this position again. So how do you guys have him stop speaking on LA politics? I have no idea. Why do you guys put him in these predicaments where you feel like he has to answer to y'all? I have no idea. But Flacco, they want to holler, and they're not going to stop until they holler at you. They are angry, and they feel like you gotta pull up. You got to tap in, pull up. You either going to do that or you going to run these fades. That's all I'm trying to tell you. Listen to this man.
You're not from South Central. Stop jumping on here like you in the hood living with us or at the spot and just saying you got to call it, check in like everybody else. You ain't special where you just come from out of town and get to speaking about business. That get it knocked out quick. That get it knocked out quick.
Right.
For sure.
I know someone say, hey, man, why you mess with Flacco? Shut up. Why you even talking to him? Well, you know, I done built a relationship with Flacco over the years. Y'all don't know Flacco outside the content, and I do, man. Flacco's a good guy, you know what I mean? But Flacco also does what he wants to do, as men should. And as a friend, I can give him advice. I can tell him, hey, you shouldn't do that. Hey, you should do this. And hey, these are consequences behind this. And hey, if you're willing to do it, who cares, man? That's on him. He's willing to do whatever he wants to do for the content. I mean, you know, and hey, and he's built up more relationships over the years after going ahead and, you know, setting LA on fire here and there with his content, man, you know. And one of those relationships is Whack 100. Whack 100 even got into it with Flacco before. I mean, pressed up on him, got up on him, you know what I'm saying? Point his finger all at him and doing all the whole little I don't know when they start getting lovey-dovey with each other, start texting and sending each other content and going back and forth with each other, and you know, Whack using Flacco, because that's what I feel like he's doing. He be using you a little bit because you know you do know how to articulate yourself real good and break down the story. But yeah, he's built a relationship with Whack. But this is him and Whack, like, you know, getting into it. But I think this was the start of a good relationship.
And it's better me deal with it because you know this. Yeah, I'm already coming on some whole other type. Yeah, you got life and death out there. You really believe in that because they're religion, bro. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Look, we gonna holler about this in a minute. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, right. Like, come on, I'm gonna do that. Nephew, I ain't none of that. If you get that mad about insane, doing that. If you get that mad about, I can do what I want to do. If you get that mad about insane, if I don't move before you move, I can be a different problem. So that's it. Of course. I'm saying, see, you gonna keep playing. Come on our show doing that. I need to, but just go to the Adam Wax. You listen, I've been told you. No, I'm just telling you what happened. I've been trying to call you for 2 days so we can talk about this one. But you don't answer your phone. We talk right now.
Oh my God, man, that's my boy Whack doing what he do best, bruh. Setting up the play years before y'all can even see the play, and he's seen something in Flacco that nobody ever seen, man. He like, I'm gonna use Flacco, watch this. But he getting at Flacco because, you know, just like everybody else in Los Angeles, he getting into politics, he getting into things he shouldn't be getting into. And Whack like, you know what? Hey, come here, come holla at me. And Whack using his tactics, you know, his little pit bull bully tactics. And there it goes. That was the start of a relationship. And that start of a relationship, that relationship right there, ultimately ended up with Flacco having some false information on Jefe. There we go, bro. So I'm like, golly, how much information was Whack giving Flacco all this time? He could have been giving him everything. He could have been giving him everything. But you got to watch yourself, though, man. You got to watch yourself, Flacco, because now Jefe is on you. And Jefe is on your head, and he on your head from prison. I mean, he telling everybody on the panel, hey, shame on you. Keep my name out your mouth. Do not bring X, Y, and Z up. And shame on Flacco and shame on Whack. Are you kidding me? Listen to this.
With every day, I heard fat ass Jala talking about some that's the vehicle he's driving up there. No, these dudes is crazy. Like, I'm say anything for these cameras, bro. Like, for real. Out there, it's just weird. Like I said, like, stick to the camera. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like try to make with these fake ass lures. Like, bro, come on with this weird, bro. Like, just stick to the regular, bro. Like, content that dead out there to where motherfuckers gotta just make up every day. Oh, yeah, do it at the taco truck. Oh, yeah. All the cases that he saw to that lady, like all this weird.
I the Big U son thing too.
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
The first one, yeah.
Yeah, that was the crisis actor put that out there.
Wow. Oh, say this.
Yeah, Fetty Nash.
Oh wow.
He said,
he never knew.
I've been hearing about him too. Like I don't even know how to. These dudes, like especially these dudes. This is what I don't understand. Like these dudes is like portraying to be solid and portraying to be street. Like bro, like where do you dudes get off? But like I'm not into the pushing the lies and fake ass narratives and all that. Like these dudes are just crazy with this shit. These dudes be talking about they from gangs. And like you can expect that from the fake ass Flacco and even the Wax, because Wax ain't nobody gang member. You feel me? He only pyro when he get mad. That dude is like far removed from the street. He's a police for real. That because ain't no time to repeat what the police saying. On the internet, repeat this the police lines. I'm like, oh yeah, tell you and this and that. Like, bro, you can't be street, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying, or so whatever. Like, and you know what I'm saying, I'm not tripping though, but every dog got their day. And a lot of motherfuckers that doing false and fake, they gonna fall on the sword. It's gonna be violent for them.
That's my boy Anhefe calling in, calling Flacco fake, calling Wax fake for the information that they putting out there on the internet. And I love that he said, man, look, check this out. I do reactions too, though, man. You feel me? But it has to be some type of factual going on, or I ain't gonna put no case on you. I ain't gonna put no allegations on you. I ain't gonna put nothing on you that I didn't hear before I did this reaction. We not gonna do that. You feel me? That's the things that they are mad at Flacco for. I think it's just elaborating, you feel me, and alluding to things that aren't true. Like you can't do that out here, especially in Los Angeles. Just nowhere in the ghetto, just nowhere in the culture period where you can actually do that, man. Where they politicking, and I understand, man. I definitely understand. And Munchie B is one of the ones that despises Flacco. He hates Flacco guts, especially after he did this. This is crazy. We had a conversation about this, and I'm like, Flacco, bro, they not gonna let you pass with this one. I don't give a damn how many sorries you said, apologize, whatever the case may be. Hopefully you don't end up in nobody ghetto or county jail or jail where none of these guys are at because they are on your head. And I told him, you know what I'm saying? But he doesn't care. But hopefully, man, he'll get it through his head, man, that this stuff is detrimental, man, to people's family. You feel me? To their life. People have lives out here, bro, that they have to protect. They have to get money for their family to feed their family. You got to know certain things it's constant, but it ain't that deep to where we're trying to dig a hole to where their life is over, bro. So come on, man, get it together. Come on, Flacco. Why would you put that red rag on your head? Okay.
All right, y'all. We back with another reaction right here on ABP Reactions right now.
Gangland, gangland, gangland.
Oh man, Rack Run Hunter strikes again. I've never seen a man with so much other business be able to keep up so much shit on one platform, man. Just be honest. Rack Run Hunter exposed Germ messing around on Lush One, man. Golly, they could have stopped this, but they didn't. They wanted the content. Everybody participated. Heard they gonna have Omi up there for an interview. Like, come on, Rack Run Hunter love this. He said he gonna burn.
Now, Lushin did a lot online just for her to even like stick around, and now that she gone, I mean, I think she was out there anyway, but now she gone. He want to act like he didn't care, and man, that dude is an addict. Shout out to the addicts. You know what I'm saying? I'm one myself, but hey, you gotta be a man about stuff, really.
The place down. I tend to believe it.
Hey, what am I doing? What's up here? What's going on? I don't know what's going on. There it is. Man, we can't let the intro not go. My God, gangland.
Germ messing around on Lush One, man. Golly, they could have stopped this, but they didn't. They wanted the content. Everybody participated. Heard they gonna have Homie up there for an interview. Like, come on, Rack Run Hunter love this. He said he gonna burn the place down. I tend to believe it. What's the record for it? It's your boy Gangland Neiman, aka Neiman, I before the E. Man, golly, I don't know. Y'all remember that we back with another video. New video. Shout out to all my good subs. Greatly appreciate y'all. You know it. You know it, man. Shout out No Jumper for the clip. This is from the No Jumper News. And yeah, man, Rack Run Hunter busting here with some information. He's showing phones. He got text messages. Apparently, everybody else has seen these text messages and all that as well. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be honest. The story sound all crazy. She supposed to be running the play with dude or whatever, but she running the play. Rack Run Hunter got the real deal. I mean, golly. Kiwi Head didn't get divorced. I had that feeling. Too. Everybody was running crazy with that. Shout out to everybody who ran the numbers up on that too. But I just felt something was weird about that. But on to Rack Run Hunter. All right? Rack Run Hunter. He done did it again. Now, if this is your first time to the channel, like and subscribe off the back. Off the back, don't troll me. If this is your first time to the channel, shame on you. Like Rack Run Hunter, man, exposing Lush business. But this one I'm gonna tell you, man, Lush cool with it, man. I seen Lush say some wild. She was like, my life, I'm open. Everything's open. I was like, damn, fool. I hope they pay you enough for that. They trying to charge you for this microphone right here. Golly.
So you telling me you gonna put a munchy bee and a spotty face on us, bro? Is that what I said? You said you can leave anytime. I could walk out of a conversation anytime I want. No, you're coming. When fools are playing with a joint. Like when fools are playing with a joint. Joints is gotta get smoked. We finna burn this down. Stay tuned, Prince and Jar.
The podcast burning that joint down.
Hey,
yeah.
Just
it's cooking right now.
He got it. They show it to me. Show it to
Bro. I can see the look at her face. I can just see.
You gotta read.
It's not good, Lush.
Yeah.
It's not good, Lush. You heard Josh right there. Shout out Josh, man. It's not good, Lush. Apparently some producer that Rack Run Hunter worked with was freaking on Germ, man. Freaking on Germ. But Germ said it was a play or something like that because I actually peeped this. And it was crazy. He called Germ at one point. Oh, what's going on? She said she was running a play. Then she crashed on everybody. I don't know, bro. Sounds tricky to me. But apparently Rack Run Hunter producer, they've been freaking on Germ and he want to expose it. He said he gonna have him up there for an interview. That's what he said.
Not good.
It's a lot of claims, I'd say. There's claims in there.
We can't do this to my nigga.
No, not you, but the guy in the text messages are.
But
we can't do this to my nigga Lush, bro.
Lush, hey, bro, listen,
There's some proof in there.
You and Adam, y'all can go hang out now, bro. His wife filed divorce on him. Yeah. Germ around on you. All right,
crazy.
so here's what we're doing. There's
no proof in those.
Hey, I'm gonna run this back. This is Astrid. Hey, Astrid, with the blue hair. Right, I'm gonna run this back because PT just did something right now. He looked at Astrid like, you're f***ed up. You're f***ed up. I think he might have knew Astrid for No Jumper. Fair to say he might be one of the reasons Astrid is up here at No Jumper, and she's participating with them, using him as content, him and his woman or ex-woman, whatever she is. I'm gonna run this back because he looked at her very seriously. He said, you're f***ed up. Damn, Astrid. What was that about? What was that about? Look at how he's looking at her, y'all. She's sucking that pen.
Not you, but the guy in the text messages are.
But we can't do this to my nigga Lush, bro.
Lush, picture.
Hey, bro, listen,
There's some proof in there.
You and Adam, y'all can go hang out now, bro. His wife filed divorce on him. Germ around on you.
All right, no, here's what we're doing.
This is too.
Here's what we're doing.
21.
Homie just snapped.
He was back on.
Now you're not on camera. No,
I'll say where the I want.
Yeah, dude.
I'll say where the I want.
Let him land.
This is gay. I don't give a what my whole ass ex did, and the fact that weird opportunist people trying to like sleaze on into the situation, suck my. I fucked 2 strippers yesterday. Another stripper last weekend. You think I give a f about that nasty wash up chopping twat? She's lucky I don't go home and Hulkamania leg kick both those cats.
Oh.
Hey, my nigga did the mic drop. Like slam.
Yeah.
Bro, doesn't this go? Look.
No, give me this.
No, Josh is hot. No, give me this. Listen to that, Josh. He thinks he can just slam shit around here.
Doesn't this go? Look.
No, give me this.
Hey.
Moose Man, chill out, bro.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Moose Man act like he saw a blower. You done see niggas OD and that motherfucker throw up on themselves. Blowers. Racker Hunter run your ass down into a corner where you was nuts to butts with Adam. It ain't that serious, man. It ain't that serious, my boy. It's all good. He's like, oh my God. What's gonna happen? Nothing. He's gonna be back. He's gonna be back and it's gonna be all good. You know what I mean? It's all good, Moosey. Don't worry about nothing.
He did get a reaction.
This whack strikes again.
Somebody go check on Lush because he might crash out there too.
I feel like you gotta know.
Really with, bro.
You gotta know when Wax trying to get in your phone.
Yeah,
He's
like,
like, look at Josh. He's hot. Look at here. Look. Excuse me. Somebody give me your microphone. Look here. We're not slamming any fucking microphones around here, all right? Lush is gonna have to pay for that.
He's letting
what?
We had a news episode.
This shit turns to something else.
This is like the time Brandon suspect.
No, bad now.
I'm gonna fix that later. Lush is gonna feel real stupid when he has to buy that microphone. Bro, that was not worth it.
Why would he bet
Lush
on
is
it?
literally just trying to bait him.
Well, because I still don't think it's true. The guy's just claiming that that's true and that's what's been happening, but there's no proof in there.
The guy is definitely becoming a no,
yeah. Crazy, but it's one-sided. Exactly.
But the message is the guy is definitely like trying to get an opportunity.
No,
like,
for sure. Yeah, he's clout chasing for sure.
He's
for
sure. Whack his help.
But if Lush was just like, man, that's get up out of here.
And niggas was saying they was gonna let him on the platform. Josh was participating in that shit too. Now, mind you, this is not like Doughboy or Moose Man or Astrid. I only say that to say like they are at the bottom of the totem pole, right? When it comes to no jumper host, I would say, you know what I mean? Y'all not just like clowning them or nothing. Like Lush is like the guy up here, bro. And y'all just it just be crazy to me how they do Lush. But even the Racker Hunter thing, like they could have stopped that. They gave you 5 minutes of a clip right here, but the whole thing was low key longer than that. They could have stopped it. You could tell Lush was visibly uncomfortable. Everybody who know Lush, you could tell he was uncomfortable. Niggas just kept going with it, and everybody participating, everybody making jokes except for Vel. I feel like it's like Vel probably the only person who didn't make a joke. You know what I mean? Josh included. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, it's Lush. Like Lush is probably the only hip hop credibility y'all have up there. Not trying to be like that, but he's actually a part of the culture. Not to say the rest of them don't have like hip hop knowledge, but none of them hold what do you call that? Hold a candle to motherfucking Lush. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Y'all niggas just whip him out. Now he holding up his now he about to go through through what's in the bag. Yeah, Lush is going through it. He's got fucking mini alcohols and buzz balls, and tampons, Twinkies. Like, I really just about to bleed, bro. Come on, man. He's not a freshman, gang.
And just like,
why would you egg it on and bet and keep on asking keep on asking?
Yeah, but he's obviously, still, you know what I'm saying? He just broke up with her, so, he's a little tender. I know, but that doesn't mean everybody knows that's how you act when you get out of a relationship. You're trying to get over a girl and you're still a little heartbroken. He's trying, you know what I'm saying, get your job, but
what if she's trying to do the same thing, though?
Yeah, but he's saying that he's been for a long time, so that would insinuate that while they were together, he was there, and that's the bad part, is what's
I feel bad for bro.
Yeah, I actually feel bad for Lush.
That's a very hard place to be in, especially to get to be out of bombarded. And everybody's like, I feel like he felt attacked right now, so I feel like the reaction.
We could have the conversation.
Real though, I feel.
Shout out Vel, real nigga shit right there. You know what I mean? Not that other shit where he was showing shit that resembled oops, not that. But this was some real nigga shit right here. Yo, bro. Fuck your microphone. That's what he really said. Fuck your microphone. That's shady. I understand why he slammed your microphone. Nigga, you let Racker Hunter come in here, say some shit like this in front of all y'all fans, as if y'all don't use him enough for content. That shit shady, man. Fuck that microphone. Y'all getting money over there, right? Like, what?
I feel like he was coming in here with energy already. I feel like Lush was...
Yeah, something's going on, but that definitely didn't help. That didn't help.
I mean, look at this bag. He's going through it right now.
You got some candy in that motherfucker?
You got some gum.
Damn, man.
With some shots.
Yeah.
Fucking Lush.
I stand with Lush.
I stand with Lush too, man. I don't even think Germ's been doing that shit that dude.
Even if she has,
no, we all stand with Lush.
And if Lush don't want to do that episode,
look at Josh. Josh, man. Look at you, dude. Hey, Josh is just as bad as Kiwi head. That's what I'm starting to realize. That's what I'm starting to realize. I used to feel like he just like, I don't know. But he understands the nature of this business too, gang. I'm not gonna lie, and he just as bad as Kiwi head. I ain't even gonna lie. He gonna sit over here and act like this shit was cool. He gonna sit here and act like this shit was okay. Like he just worried about the microphone. Like y'all niggas cold, bro. Y'all cold.
Oh, then we ain't doing the episode, man.
I think this episode kind of has to happen.
It would be great content, but if you don't want to do it, then I don't want to see Lesh like fucking crying.
He didn't have to do the episode until he broke a mic. Now he has to do the episode.
Hey, and
That's true.
We have all.
Hey, the episode they're talking about is oh boy, who's supposed to be schmangin' Germ, right? It's supposed to be Lush, oh boy, wax producer who's schmangin' Germ, and Germ. That's what that's what Josh is talking about. They gonna have homie come up there for an interview. Like what? Come on, Josh. Come on, Joshy.
Wack broke the tripod.
We've all been there, man.
Yeah, the mic slam is pretty crazy.
I feel it.
But,
I feel, bro.
Yeah, no, yeah, he was frustrated.
He was frustrated looking through a punching and suspect. That's the strongest.
But yeah, prayers up for Lush chat. I mean, chat's been going insane, man. That's crazy.
We got to teach Lush how to fight.
We had like so much. Actually, we didn't have that many stories to talk about, but I feel like we really.
There were all stories that needed a lot of time to be spoken on for sure.
Yeah, no, definitely.
We didn't have the Lush one on here, but that might have been the.
They're still yelling. I can hear Wax yelling out
yes,
there.
this is really
out there fighting right
It's
now.
gonna go south
right now.
That's crazy. They be having something going on at No Jumper like every single day. So Lush was probably up there, every episode. That nigga, how you do it, gang? And then party and all.
You had mentioned earlier about the ice cream man situation.
Yeah.
Well, what all happened with all that?
Remember earlier in the interview, I said I kept that song a secret because I didn't want nobody to steal it, but I didn't know that somebody would eventually steal it. So let me give you the ice cream man story.
You had mentioned earlier about the ice cream man situation.
Yeah.
What happened with all that?
So remember earlier in the interview, I said I kept that song a secret because I didn't want nobody to steal it, but I didn't know that somebody would eventually steal it. So let me give you the ice cream man story. So before I got to the studio and battle rap and rhyme, or before I even turned the dope deal to the record deal, I was rapping it in the neighborhood and every in the village knew my word for word. So Seagram, rest in peace. He was signed to Rap A Lot at the time. So this is when you had to have a beeper or you had to have a phone number, landline. You know what I mean? So this called my grandma's house, the landline, Seagram. I'm like, what up? He like, Seagram. I'm like, how the fuck you get my number? It's the OG. I'm like, hell yeah, what's up with you? He's like, yeah, man, you got a song called Ice Cream Man. I'm like, hell yeah. He's like, let me buy it. I'm thinking he calling like, okay, I'm signed to Rap A Lot, about to bring you over there and Rap A Lot with me, man. This nigga calling me to tell me he want to buy Ice Cream Man. Seagram. I'm like, so I got $1,000 for you.
$1,000.
Looking at $5,000 stacked on my table right now from just me hitting the block. And I'm like, $1,000? Man, no thanks. But good looking, my G. I appreciate you hollering. Bye. Click. Some told me to just hold on to that song. This before I even made the dope deal. I mean, the dope deal into a record deal with CNH. So boom. Some say hold on to that song. Some say don't sell it. Don't sell it to Seagram. The dope deal come through. Say that song. The song I said, don't sell to Seagram. I say that verse. Get the deal, right? Next day, got a battle. I don't say it because Seagram just tried to buy this money. Seagram, he signed to Rap a Lot, a real artist that signed to a record label, try to buy this song. I have all these record label songs. I mean, these record label artists in the building. I don't want to say it, just the concept alone. Ice Cream Man. That you could take that anywhere. It don't have to be my shit word for word. It could just the concept alone. I'm not giving that to them. So I didn't say it. Lost the battle. If I would have said it, I would have won the battle. But the song when it came out, because somebody would have beat me to the punch. So at this time, Master P had record store selling records in Richmond, California at this time. So he's selling this shit. He's selling Ice Cream Man on Drew Down's album, Fool from the Streets. He's selling this shit at his record shop. He knows exactly who the fuck Ice Cream Man is. You know how close Oakland and Richmond is? As close as LAX in Inglewood or whatever. Like close, like right next to each other, like 5 minutes down the freeway. Nigga, so you know, we made this fucking video. We got the ice cream truck. We on all the video jukebox, soul beat. We on all the shit. You seeing this shit. So boom, we do this in 93, hit him up with the Ice Cream Man shit. He comes out in 90, I want to say 96, right after. We go hella hard. Nobody really know how the Loonies look worldwide. We go hard. We go 3 times platinum. Then he comes out right after that. Ice Cream Man album. And he's looking like CNH. He has the Ice Cream Man suit on. I want you to clip in a video, our Ice Cream Man video. Clip it in. Show when CNH get dressed in the Ice Cream Man suit, the white Ice Cream Man suit, walk to the ice cream truck with the triple gold days and shit and ride off. P got the same exact outfit CNH got on in the video. But instead of the white ice cream truck on triple gold days, it's a white Lexus on triple gold days. The Ice Cream Man. Same shit, same image, same everything. And instead, like I said, you could take the concept. You don't gotta say it word for word how we see. He took the concept. And instead of rapping it, he sung it. He sung it and made it more groovy than street. We made it street. He made it more groovy and more something for you guys doing the club or, you know what I mean, jingle to, whatever. So he made it more groovy and then try to take credit for the shit. You know what I mean? Like, yo, man, the Ice Cream Man, nobody Ice Cream Man. Like, nigga, nobody knew you in Oakland as being the Ice Cream Man, my nigga. Let's be real. You wasn't selling no bricks, my nigga. You were selling records at a record shop, my nigga. Period. Our executive producer, the nigga name was CNH Pure Cane Sugar. Yeah, that was his nickname. Your nickname was Percy Miller or Master P. He got that name for a reason in the streets. Our executive producer got that name for the reason, for, you know what I mean? Real shit. You didn't get that name. You wasn't a boy out here when crack first got invented. You wasn't out here wiggling with them kingpins and them kingpins in Oakland and Frisco and Richmond that's doing their thing. You wasn't doing that. Only a select few could say that. And he wasn't one. You got to, no disrespect to Master P. His business moves and all that, I'm talking about at the beginning. You wasn't that. You wasn't a nigga that had bricks and quarter bricks and half brick, none of that shit. You didn't have a block, a hood. I don't know what you had in Richmond, but you wasn't running that. Nobody said Master P ran shit in Richmond. Richmond is an animal, a whole animal. Nobody can run Richmond. Now, nobody can run Oakland, but you wasn't a big boy in Richmond to where Richmond is vouching and talking about him on some street shit. Not at all. You was the record man. You was the CD man. You know, the cassettes. You was a cassette man. You weren't an Ice Cream Man. Period. On not one block, none of that shit in the Bay. Nobody ever respected it. Like, oh, that's the boy. Nobody. So when he came with the shit, and real street from the Bay, knew, like, who's this nigga? Now, down south, he went down south and pulled it off. That's when he made the move. Now, he was doing West Coast Bad Boys, and everybody's fucking with him. Like, okay, West Coast Bad Boys, he got all the underground artists from Oakland, Richmond, Vallejo, all this shit, Sacramento, got us all on this mother. We fuck with him. And then he moved down south and come Ice Cream Man. And we like, he wasn't that. He was the nigga talking about True and guns and shit. He never taught him, like, where's this Kilo Man and Bird? Like, when? And we all trying to figure this shit out. So when he said it, he wasn't really doing it. He took it from us because he seen the wave that it made in the Bay Area. Oh, they did it small time. I'm gonna do it bigger than they did it. And that's his approach. And he won. That was his first platinum album or whatever. And after that, he kept it going. So for him not to give us our respect, oh man, yeah, somebody did it, but I did it better. Like, oh, that little bullshit, nigga. You wasn't an ice cream man, nigga. You went out there with that work in Oakland, nigga. Period. Let's be real. You was a college ball player. I don't know how you got your money. I ain't gonna, you got a settlement. You open a shop. You wasn't on the block. You wasn't with them niggas that could cook a whole kilo up at one time. You wasn't that nigga. People that was around us and niggas I grew up with was that. This is what I'm rapping about. Nigga, I'm raised in the shit. I'm watching up bricks. One nigga in Oakland could cook up a brick at one time. And this doing it at my house. Nobody could cook one brick up. You had to divvy that shit up. That's why I could make a song called The Ice Cream Man. I'm not out there playing ball and doing all that shit trying to go to college. I'm watching they cook a whole bricks and then I'm cooking up ounces. Nigga, I got a deal. I turned a drug deal into a record deal. I'm really from that cloth. So the shit you talking about didn't add up. And real Bay Area knew he stole from us. And he knows exactly the real hitters and the real kingpins in the Bay Area was not him at all. And the niggas that was the kingpins were behind the real us and Too Short and all that, the kingpins. The real that could say what he talking about. And he wasn't one of them. Never. So for him to be cocky like, I was like, you wasn't no nigga, Bay. And he got ran up out of Oakland. Got ran up out of there, bro. Pulling up the shows and shit, it's ugly. You gotta go. It's ugly, bro, period. It's ugly.
What's up, this Cam Capone? You want to hear these interviews with all the cuss words in it, all the stuff we had to take out because YouTube makes us cut a lot out? All you gotta do is become a member.